because we are just getting started. Welcome. It is always a pleasure having you here. How you doing? Hey, sit up, Red Babe. It's been 6 months already. How's it been? Thank you so much for coming around. Thank you so much for the 6 months anniversary of your song and subscribing to the Kindred Spirit live stream. Thank you so much. Well, yeah. Wrong title. Don't worry, I fixed it. I fixed the title. How you guys doing, though? Hey, Zucchino. Hey, Nova, Pineapples, Yoko. How you doing as well? Of course, Eris and Cinnabread Babe. How you guys doing? I see you, Luna, as well. I see you guys on YouTube. KC, Luna, Starlight. I'm waiting here like a good boy. Waiting. I stop Legends of ZA for this. You're such a good boy. All of you are so many good boys and good girls for coming around here as soon as I get started. It always makes me so happy to see people so eager to come around, isn't it? How you doing, Daisy? Glad to have you here. How's ZA doing? I saw the Legends of ZA come around. I actually thought about buying it, but last time that like a Pokemon came out, I had my Switch 1 and I bought the Scarlet, and I was like, oh, I fell for the bait once. Am I gonna fall for the bait twice? You know what I mean? I fell for the bait once. Am I gonna fall for the bait twice? That's kind of where I'm at currently. So, I don't know exactly. What do you guys think? Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, Lasher, how you doing as well? Let's have you here. Isn't it the chat box? That is not in the chat box. That is true. Why is it not? Oh, it's because I haven't opened the software. My bad. My bad. It's on me. It didn't turn on the chat thingy. Don't worry, it's on me. No need to panic. I can see you guys. Hey, Tess and Casey, sequence, oh yeah. Now Twitch is copying YouTube too. I think they had that stuff with the experience as well, right? Who's my top chatters right now on YouTube anyway? Who's my top chatters right now on YouTube's top fans? Starlight and Daisy and Kate. Nice. I like that. That is nice to see. How you guys doing though? Hello, are you alive? Yes, chat is alive now. Hey, Princess Rena, you get a kick in the, of the chat in general. I share a pic of my first day of uni. You can see my CRT monitor in the background. Let me see. Sure. Usually you should post pictures in, post pictures in photos, but sure, good choice. That's an old pic. I had the same kind of computer. I had a compact one when I was like super young. Although I think you're a little bit older than me. So if you were in college, I think I was in like high school, a little bit younger. But I had the same one. Yeah, I like CRTs though. I have a strange attachment to CRTs. You know what I mean? Hey, Prince Serena, I know normally that would be at work, but I lost my uncle last Monday. Yeah. So my job is can take a few days. I'm glad your job has that. And yeah, make sure to take some time for yourself. You know, listen, death is a natural part of life. You understand? And death doesn't hurt. They are at peace. I know that the pain that lingers stays with us, the people that, you know, had loved ones that we lost. I think we have a word in Portuguese called saudade, which is the love that remains. And don't worry, let yourself feel whatever you need to feel, you know? And like all things, time will heal, you know? So let yourself, don't pressure yourself, but at the same time, you know, you're in good company, so you're not alone. Hey Sharky, how you doing? I'm still confused about the whole ranking system on YouTube. I think it's just like if you watch it and talk a lot in the chat, I think it's just like activity. Like the people that are mostly active in the chat gets more experience. It is the same deal on Twitch as well. If you talk a lot in the chat. Also, hey Elizabeth, how you doing as well? First time in the chat. And Royal Fairy, happy 48 months anniversary. Speaking of goddamn, that is support that I like to see. I was actually talking about you, I think like 2 days ago. You weren't here, surprisingly, because you're here a lot, but usually you lurk a lot. I was like, oh, they're usually lurking, and then they were lurking. I was like, oh, never mind. How you doing though? What has life been up to? Faye. Hope all is well, Kian. All is normal. All is pretty normal. All set for this week's collab. Speaking of which, again, weekly reminder. I'm going to do a daily reminder because I'm not going to be repeating myself all the time. If this weekend, me, Chunky, Vora, and Good Boy Audios, we're going to be reading your horror stories. It can be legends from your country, scary legends, but it can also be like a creepypasta. Keep it like somewhat short, but it doesn't have to be like a paragraph, but like somewhat short so we can get through a few. You can put your name, tell if it's a scary legend or a creepypasta or anything else, and submit them here. The link is on Discord announcements, okay? And also, I guess I should talk about this. Ooh Market, which is the partner that I have for my merch. If you don't know my dope-ass merch that I keep taking photos of it because it's kind of sick. They are doing a promo. I think they're having a promo. I think it's Pogo, which is... Yeah, BOGO. Sorry. I'm good at this, I promise. BOGO. I think you can get like a discount on your thingy. And it's worldwide shipping, I think. And it's pretty good quality. I think Nova actually had bought a body pillow from us. She posted it on the Discord. It's pretty good quality. I mean, I've shown you because actually it's kind of funny how that goes. Because I hate merch that like looks like YouTuber merch. You know what I mean? Like merch that's just like, oh, what's the catch line on your shirt all about? I hated that. So I wanted something that like actually looks good and it's also, you know, merch. So yeah, I actually got accepted to have my own booth at the Ren Fair for the first time. I'm excited. What are you gonna be selling? What are you gonna be showcasing? That's awesome. I know you love these kind of like Faye from the Woods aesthetic from all your Instagram. And let's submit some stories from this true Welper. Very disturbing children's book in Germany. Sure, send it. You can send it. Absolutely. Just the form is there. You can just put it on and send it. It's yours. But yeah. Hey Laura, how you doing as well? Submitting a spooky poem. I'm not looking because I don't want to spoil myself. So I'm not looking. I'm not looking at that at all. Also, we have a hype train going on. Hey Royal Fairy. You started a hype train. Oh yeah, it's in a bread and oil. Yes. If you want to subscribe on YouTube and Twitch, I guess you get some cool emotes as well. Support your favorite streamer. So if you want to drop, it's $5 on YouTube and $7 I think on Twitch. Because they changed the price. I can't control the price of a sub on YouTube. Back when I put the YouTube in price, it was the same price. It was $5. Because it's my entry-level Patreon anyway, so I think it's like kind of fair. But you know, now it's $5 on YouTube and $7 on Twitch. Gotta sell my jewelry, of course. Witch hats, willow wrasse, sun catches. Gotcha. Reefs. Oh, rafts. The raft of the sun. I have a hoodie and the body pillow. I think the hoodie is the one. I mean, the body pillow is kind of sick too. Because, you know, it's fucking lewd as shit. I don't even think I can show it like full body. But it's not safe for work though. So you don't worry. You don't have to explain nothing to your family. But it is kind of sussy. But I'm really proud of the... I not to toot my own horn too much, but I really fucking like the hoodie. You know what I mean? Which one was your favorite? And go get some tea real quick. Absolutely. Get yourself something to drink, something to eat. It is always what I tell people. Drinks and eat at the beginning, so you don't have to worry about it. I actually got my can of Coke right here. Glass. You know what I mean? I have those Kaiser bottles. I really think that like my tier list of Coke. Where is it? This is the one, right? The glass. Coca-Cola Kaiser. I'm just like, I don't know the name in English. Not this one. The glass bottle. God damn it, Google. Google's so shit now. This one. This is like the top 10 Coca-Colas is the glass bottle. I prefer Coke Zero because Coke Normal is way too fucking sweet for me. But glass bottle, then can, then glass, then plastic bottle. I will beat anybody that disagrees with me, because that is no. Okay, actually, never mind. Let me make one fix. Sorry, I forgot one. Machine Coca-Cola from McDonald's or Burger King. You know, if you're that kind of guy, they're kind of almost the same, almost identical. But machine Coca-Cola, then glass bottle Coca-Cola, then can Coca-Cola, then plastic bottle Coca-Cola. Anybody else is wrong, and I will not take different opinions. You don't like Coca-Cola? You're lucky. I fucking love this shit. It's very unhealthy. If you don't like Coca-Cola, you're doing yourself a favor. But yeah, 100%. I am a certified soda boy, so I still am looking for the taste testing stream where I'm gonna put up a suit and taste test all the sodas that I can buy from the US. It's just that you would be surprised how expensive it is to buy soda from the US because of the taxes. And I don't know if I want to spend that much money on just drinking cola. One day, that is my promise. I know that I'm gonna be doing it one day, but I just don't know when exactly. There you go. Have you tried Coca-Cola vanilla? It was delicious to me. I hated that. Oh my god, I hated Coca-Cola vanilla, dude. It tastes like ass cheeks. I'm so sorry. If you like it, that's like your thing. But every time the Coca-Cola, some sodas I do enjoy the different flavors, but my fucking god, vanilla Coca-Cola was like straight up poop from a butt, dude. It was straight dog shit. It was so bad. Certified soda boy. Before you sang soda pop from the Satcha Boys, I've been a soda boy way before those posers. You know what I mean? It's like Coca-Cola vanilla is good. I'm better than. It's so bad. It's so bad. I am so sorry. All my country's scary stories or folklore are just poems. You can post a poem as long as it's in English, so I can read it. Absolutely. You can read it if you can post it if you want to. Doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be like a super. It can be just like a spooky kind of poem. As long as it's unique, we want as many cultures as possible. You know what I mean? I feel attacked, but no worries. Everybody has their own taste. That is true. I'm memeing it out, of course, Laura. Everything that I'm like super like, whenever I'm being like super over the top, 90% of the time I'm just memeing. It's just, you know, I think it's funny to yell at people over soda preferences, but yeah, it takes that for everybody, you know? So I always, even like Love and D-Space, I always tell people just like, you have one life. Eat whatever you want to, you know what I mean? But the glass bottle is so good though. That I'm not taking any opinions. That is. Oh yeah. By the way, we're dating sexy monsters today. Don't eat the cashier. This is what we're playing today. Don't eat the cashier. It is a Spooktober visual novel, and the artwork is yummy. And when have I ever disappointed you guys with the games that I brought here? So. Yes, we're dating sexy monsters. We're working minimum wage and dating sexy monsters. Ain't that fun? Oh man, Dr. Pepper's a knockoff cherry soda. I don't know. I've never tried Dr. Pepper's, so doesn't have it in Brazil. I one day will though. I'm a certified soda boy. If I ever go to the US, well, the first thing I'm doing is going to TwitchCon and meeting all of you guys. But the second thing that we're doing is we're going to a 7-Eleven and we're buying all the sodas and we're doing a taste testing stream. I'm putting up a suit. I'm getting my my glass of wine, and I'm chasing. How's the W Place gang going? W Place gang is going strong. I already dumped all of my points. Here it is. I was taking care of most of this like side of the hair. It was so many points. It was actually so many points. I think this was like 40,000 points across like the span of a few days. But yes, W Place gang is going strong. We're currently in Denmark. If you don't know, W Place is a game where you can paint all over the world. We've done South Korea, the big fucking titty emperor, which is fire. Not gonna lie, that is still like the one that I'm most proud. Then we had Japan, which I think like the griefers from Japan finally took a break. There's no more griefers. This has not been fixed, but it's just been here for a while. Yeah, nobody's griefed so much anymore. And then finally we did China. We've done Love and D Space in China. Here it is. Although we need to do a bigger one in Love and D Space. But yeah, lots of fun stuff. And currently we are doing Denmark. Here it is. Where is Denmark? Denmark. Here it is. Yes, we're doing Denmark today. Oof, TwitchCon, did you hear about the Emiru situation with the meet and greets? Oh, yeah, I saw that. Oh, you guys want to talk about it? I didn't want to make a video about that because it was kind of like... It was kind of... Oof. But yeah, I heard about that. Here it is. So, if you don't know, apparently, like, TwitchCon has been very lax with their security. And I've seen streamers talking about this. Hassan, I think it was like Pokimane. They were saying like, oh, TwitchCon is not very safe, especially like female content creators. Which, while guys get that as well, women get it like 100 times worse. I have plenty of female streamers, even VTubers, non-VTubers, and it's kind of crazy. But what happened is that like at the meet and greet, the guy was just like, they just let the guy come in and he like just beeline for her and try to like grab her, basically. Like, look at this. And then like he immediately gets backed off like from her own security. And he's like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? And this became like a huge situation because of course it is. But especially because like somebody recorded it, which I think is like this is one of the top streamers of the platform. This is Twitch's VIP, right? And it's like so crazy to hear her talk about it. Like I'm not like glazing because I don't even know this woman. I haven't watched her even in clips or whatever. I just know that she's like one of the top female creators. But like the way she talks about it, saying like I just needed a few minutes for myself and then I went back into the show, is insane. Like I gotta give props and respect to that person. You know what I mean? Like genuinely. And I think it's like a mix of a bunch of things. It's definitely a sign of the times that we're living. But at the same time, it's also like very much the fault of the platform. Like the fact that they like, dropped the ball on this is crazy. I mean, here it is.
Because of the stuff. But in order to, I can't cancel my meet and greet and not cancel the show because of the fact that the reason I cancel my meet and greet is I don't want to be in the same place for 2 hours. Because of people being weird.
Okay.
And then I'm under contract with them, so I can't cancel one and not cancel the other.
Interesting. Oh.
So I'm sorry,
I kept my meet and greet because I wanted to keep my show. Surely it'll be fine.
I'm sorry, Emmy.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that she could. I mean, I get the contracts are a thing, but like, oh, I couldn't cancel my show because I got like fucking sexually harassed. You know what I mean? And I get that like this is not the fault of one person, but this is the fault of everybody. Like, people are like immediately talking about like, oh, the CEO Twitch. Like this is a consequence of like many cost cuttings, many lacks of care. Again, these are the top streamers platforms. And this is something that like, I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to like put them on the spot. But like, I am friends with a lot of streamers, big streamers, small streamers, many female streamers, especially VTubers, because like a majority, it's just a very women dominated space. Even though streaming is a very male-dominated space, VTubing is very female-dominated. There's a lot of like girls that will get kind of like a bitchy attitude because what they'll do is like, I'm not engaging with my audience. I am sorry. I'm making the content and then I'm leaving. I'm not engaging. I'm not replying. I'm not answering DMs. But people just don't know that this is the shit that they have to deal with since the very beginning. And imagine like somebody this size, how many fucking stalkers. Especially in the US, which is kind of crazy. I don't know. In Brazil, we don't have that many stalker shit, but like, it's kind of crazy that this is like a very real issue in the US. This is messed up. The guy should have asked her first and worked up to her. No, he cut the line. Like, he knew what he was doing. He cut the line. He wasn't like waiting on it. He just walked in and like fucking went for it. You know what I mean? And this is on top of like a bunch of like kick streamers as well, which is, I'm not even gonna get into that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, Sibapel, please speak English. I can't understand Russian, but glad to have you here, my friend. How you doing? Any woman on the internet totally knows. No, I'm talking 5 times as much if you're a streamer. Like, genuine. Like, again, not saying any names. Take my word for it. Hey, Sheena, how you doing as well? But yeah. Seriously, I had to fix my keyboard for my sister. What are you talking about right now? A TwitchCon situation. And they had, like, a statement saying like, we're aware of the incident involving the streamer Emiru during TwitchCon. We have assured our community that just damage control. This is just damage control. And while I think like Twitch is like, I do think that Twitch care for the creators. This is 100% like, this is a real serious issue that needs to be addressed. You know what I mean? I don't think you should demand a kiss from a content creator in the first place. I don't think you should touch somebody that you don't know. I'm not even like talking content creator. I don't think you should be grabbing and touching people that you don't know. Maybe for a photo, like a hand on the shoulder or something like that. And that is it. And that is even kind of stretching because some people won't be comfortable with this. That's just like how I think it's normal. Also in Brazil, you know, Brazil is different from the US. Brazilians are kind of like more lax with, you know, being instant friends with strangers. That's kind of something. But it's consent. It's consent. 100%. It's consent all over them. You know what I mean? 100%. You know what I mean? Because there's streamers like me, and you know, they know also female streamers that are fine with like going sitting down on people's laps and like, you know what I mean, doing fan service. But it's consent, the big issue. It's consent. And a little bit of misogyny sprinkled on top of it, but you know. Why so many celebs make sure their fans are visible to show respect? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's also like, this goes on to other issues. It's not really caring to the point at hand. But that's genuinely crazy. Plus being speculated that he might have a knife. No, he had a pen. Didn't have a knife. But he could have. Like, what he had on his hand was not, this was a pen. Because they apprehended the guy. Like, they did. But it took the manager from Emiru to like, go in and press Twitch to be like, what the fuck? Why is this guy? Because at first, he could just walk away. He just walked away. Imagine somebody like grabs like your sister, your mother, and then they're just like, all right, they just walk away. Like, that is crazy. You know what I mean? The fact that it took like pressure for the platform and police to like take care of something was crazy. I mean, here it is. Like, she's saying the security guy pushed, the security guard who pushed the guy away is my security. The woman was my manager. Here it is. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
I spent over $10,000. Some people who stream on Twitch don't even make $10,000 in a year. What the fuck are they supposed to do? Like, if you watch the clip, the security guard who pushes the guy away is my security. The woman who pulls me to the back, my manager. If you're a small streamer and you don't have those resources, or someone in your line's not filming, what the fuck do you do? No one would have known.
Bro, even if you're a big streamer, you shouldn't have to deal with this. Because a lot of people kind of forget that like, oh, they're a celebrity. They should be used to having stalkers and shit. No, they don't. I don't fucking know who told you that, but no, they don't. I know when you're a public figure, you have to deal with public opinion and keeping that kind of appearance, not to give the wrong impression for people, right? Because it's very easy to make this disinformation. But that's a level that's like, no, they don't. You should not have to deal with this, especially if you're a small creator. Because like the only reason why this kind of got out of hand from Twitch is because somebody was recording it. Luckily, if this had just been hearsay, what do you think people would have done about this? Do you think they would have just like, she's just being dramatic. It was probably fine. You understand? You understand why that's such an issue? That's such a big issue. That is crazy, dude. That is genuinely insane. I think a normal human being should know not to kiss a stranger. Oh, fucking hell, then. I think people having stalkers is pretty normal. It's pretty suspect to me. Like, that's kind of sus as shit. And that's like paired, because I saw the fucking kick streamers that were like going to TwitchCon and just being annoying. You know what I mean? I mean, I've never been less surprised to see a fucking kick streamer logo in the background. Luckily, somebody censored it, but this was a kick streamer logo in the background. Here it is. Like, this is a big issue. This is something that I don't know. I'm sorry for like going on the tangent, but like genuinely, I've seen this all over the timeline. I mean, fucking take a look.
Kidding, but like my brother's gay. The fuck, I kissed two guys at once. How can I be homophobic? Exactly. You don't know anything. You're just a woman.
You can still be homophobic.
Oh, and what are you? Homosexual?
A reasonable human being.
How am I homophobic? I love my brother.
You're not just hear all the slurs you
So
said?
what was? Doesn't mean I'm homophobic just because I say a faggot. I'm homophobic. Faggot, faggot, faggot. I'm homophobic.
You see what I mean? This is like such a normalized behavior that this is the kind of culture that leads to people having like stalkers and like Emiru having to deal with that shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy, dude. It's actually fucking insane. And I do not understand why is this so normalized. Also, speaking of, on a good note, hey, what talking you at? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. My name is Kindred Spirit. I'm a voice acting variety streamer. I do silly videos on YouTube, and I talk about any interesting stuff on Twitch. Even my YouTube channel, I have a webcomic. I do comic dubs, spicy audios, and I stream on YouTube and Twitch. And I post weekly highlights every Monday. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you here. Thank you so much for the shit raid. What are you guys up to? That's why you said hot himbo. I mean, it's your friendly Brazilian himbo. Hell yeah. Did it come in a bad time? No, just talking about it. But yeah, how you doing? I mean, it's not really a bad time. We're playing, actually good time. We're playing a sexy dating sim about working minimum wage and dating sexy monsters. So, you know, it's just that this was happening, and I figured I'll talk about it because it's like kind of important. But at the same time, I'm not a drama channel, so like sometimes I'm very conflicted because I don't know about like stepping into drama channel stuff, but I also feel like being quiet is being complicit with these kinds of topics, and I don't want people to think that I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, I do not think that these are okay. It's just that it's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy how normalized this is. Keep seeing you from socials. Hell yeah. Monster fucker, let's go. I am glad to see such kindred spirits, pun intended. There's a reason why everybody hates kick streamers. I'm not gonna lie. Can I talk about like something kind of personal? Because I see so many streamers, friends of mine, that are like, oh, I'm gonna start multi-streaming on Kick, the crypto gambling website that is a front exclusively for crypto gambling, that has a really problem with fans of the little mustached German man actively, and bought it like crazy. And it's like, brother, I don't like, when you're a online figure, it's tell me who you walk with and I'll tell you who you are. And I know not everybody is super locked in, but somebody died on Kick live on stream, and this became like worldwide news. You guys, if you guys are just like, it's fine, I'm just gonna multi-stream. Again, it's so crazy how much insane behavior is normalized. The stalking, the fucking Emiru situation, the Kick streamers. It's crazy, dude. It's genuinely insane. Genuinely insane. You know what I mean? How? I feel like I'm a boomer, but it's crazy. Like, how do people like see this and it's like, how is this normal? How? I don't like making this topics because it's kind of like, I'm kind of like, I'm a silly anime boy on the internet. I'm not supposed to have serious opinions, but like, how? Wait, what? Somebody died on stream? Yes. On the French version of Kick, somebody unfortunately died live on stream that was genuinely being tortured because they were like pranking the dude or something. Yeah. Where is it? There you go. Video platform Kick investigated over streamer's death. This dude. He was like on a stream with like some like French or whatever dudes, and he was like being taken under their wing to like have a chance at like being famous, and they were like abusing the fuck out of him. And he died on stream, like on camera. This is the website Kick. So whenever I see like Kick streamer underneath him, just like, this is the people that you walk with. You know what I mean? No, an Aussie. Is he Aussie? I thought it was French. At least when I read the thing. And again, I don't talk about this. I really don't talk about this because this shit like drains the fuck out of me. But at the same time, I feel like if I don't talk about this, I'm being complicit. You know what I mean? Sad behavior, but changing social media celebrities have been unfairly stalked in cases killed by their fans. Bro, it is insane, dude. Kick is a cesspit of the worst streamers that were banned from every other platform. 100% Mai's Adventure. 100%. So whenever I see people like, oh, I'm gonna multi-stream there so I can get some extra income. Brother. Like, I talk shit about TikTok for like all the issues, but TikTok is like a huge platform and they try to address it. You know what I mean? Anyway, we live in crazy times, man, and I feel like we have to keep reminding ourselves what the fuck is normal and what the fuck we shouldn't tolerate. You know what I mean? Because it's really like a general culture issue, I think. It's really like a general culture issue. I heard the doggy. Yeah, it's about time they walk. That's why I let them out. I do have a doggo that usually stays with me the whole day. But they walk at the time that I begin streaming. So usually I let them out. That's why I don't see them on stream as much. That's a strange attitude that soon I have some sort of job that makes you a public figure. Now you belong to the people and it's very unhealthy. I think so too, Kate. I think so too. I think... Now, this is not like a study, an educated opinion. This is just my personal experience, so you can take it with a grain of salt. But I think the culture of anonymity that we used to like see like back in the day from like Twitter, right? The culture of anonymity, the antisocial fostering behavior that kind of like grew from this like parasocially like disconnected from like real people, because like these are real people. Like I know that like a lot of streamers play a character and have a persona, but at the end of the day, these are real people. And with Twitch streaming and YouTubers, influencers in general, I feel like there's a closer sense of proximity, because you can watch a show like on TV, but on Twitch you can talk to them, you can poke the monkey, right? And this is not the kind of community that we foster here, but it's certainly what I see like from big streamers, right? And I feel like people kind of lose the reality that these are just people, dude. These are just people. Like, you wouldn't behave like this in real life. And some people do, and then they become national news saying like, what the fuck, right? What they have done to Emiru. I'm not a fan of Emiru. I don't even know what she does or what she's famous for. But she shouldn't have to deal with this the same way that nobody should have to deal with this, regardless of their gender. But it's very, you know, even though guys do suffer from this as well, it's like, come on, well, women have it much worse. You know what I mean? It's the attitude lead to the death of Princess Diana. You don't even change. Art imitates life. These are people and act as well. Watch live because it's more fun to be immersed and wouldn't hurt you. Exactly. Like, I love streaming. I do. Like, I've been streaming for like close to 3 years now, 4 years, I think. And I like this sense of community building. I like having the chat. I tried recording videos on YouTube, but I don't like it as much because I like talking to people, seeing their reactions, fucking making fun of people, and they make fun of me, and we laugh about it, and we like yell at you nerds, and we have fun. You know what I mean? But it's crazy how normalized this sort of unhealthy behavior. You know what I mean? We've been chased by paparazzi in France, and a limo driver tried to evade them, ended up in a fatal crash. Ooh. Me and my brother are both getting into VTuber, and this has opened my eyes to a lot of things. Hey, Puppetry, how you doing as well? First stream I got to be at. Glad to have you here. Let's make it a first time to remember, shall we? Let's make it a first time to remember. But yeah. Yeah, it's... I don't know, dude. Maybe it's because, again, I'm not American, so I don't know how's the situation there. I know in America, like, this is kind of crazier. Like, in Brazil, we're still pretty chill when it comes to this kind of shit. But man, dude, like, it's insane just how normalized this is. That's actually why I didn't make a video about this. I saw this on the trending topics, and I thought about, like, talking. But, man, it's... insane, dude. It's insane. And see how this goes. So she was a pretty nice lady. I remember the one person who made a parasocial impossible. Doja Cat said, "You like me as an artist, you don't like me as a person." I mean, I don't do that too. Like, people try to get the like fan service, and I do give fan service. You know, I was just calling people like good boys and good girls, like doing fan service. But every time like people start getting like too parasocial, I'm always like, come on, calm down. I'm a person. That's why, you know, it would be worse for me. It would be like, you would be like, I know why people do it. It's because it gets them a lot of views. The sort of people that are kind of crazy to go every stream, be every time, donate all their fucking disposable income, regardless if they're women or not, VTubers or not, right? Like, the you know, it gets them views, it gets them money. That's why people do it. But at the same time, I feel like you're feeding a beast that is like gonna bite you back in the end. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Emiru is doing it. I'm saying like the people that engage in this sort of unhealthy relationship dynamics with their audiences. I'm not talking about anybody. That's completely unacceptable. I'm not justifying it. You know what I mean? Germany this week for me is gonna be raining heavy. I love the rain. I love the rain. I know that people live in like European countries, they don't like the rain, they prefer the sun, the summer. But I love the rain. It's like a mild climate. So it's like a little bit annoying to go outside, but man, I love the rain. How's everybody's weather look like? Sunny. Sunny and hot like it always is in Brazil. Yeah, it's not so big a video about it because it might be the wrong kind of attention. It's probably best to do it on stream. So be like, that come for you. I'm also not a drama YouTuber. You know what I mean? Like, I always try to avoid drama channels, drama topics. You know what I mean? Because it's not for me. It's not for me. Like, I know that people do it, that they cover news. And depends on like how serious and how not serious the news are. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? I'm here for silly video games, having fun, silly moments like wearing the maid dress, which I'm kind of upset that this is the most popular video and popular stream that I've done for the past month. I like it. I want my videos to perform well. I'm glad people enjoy my content. I'm a little bit upset though that this is... I suppose it's giving the people what they want, but at the same time, god damn it, I make other content. Why are you guys only clicking the fucking maid dress? I'm not just eye candy. You fucking nerds. All of you. Complicit in this. Thank you. Please keep clicking and watching my videos, please. Please keep clicking and watching my videos. Share with friends, bring everybody in. You know, come around. Not on that parasocial shit, but support your favorite streamer. But at the same time, god damn it. Even the click rate is through the roof, and I'm so upset. It's this 4%. 4% is super high. It's actually at 6%, but I think they're expanding the reach. It always like it goes up and down depending on the thing, right? But I'm so mad. I'm so fucking mad. You nerds. We need a maid dress. It's already been there. I've already streamed it. It's on YouTube. You can watch it later if you want to. It's on YouTube. My VODs don't stay on Twitch because it's better if people watch it on YouTube. Nerds, I just read Book Talk, Kindred. What do you mean Book Talk? Book Talk, huh? I mean, I know Book Talk. I'm just curious. Wait, what did you see? Valid crash out. I told you I should start an OnlyFans account, but I doubted people would pay for topless political rants. There's actually somebody that does that. They have like I think it's like on Pornhub. They have like just regular videos. She's not like doing porn or anything, but she just does like math lessons, I think. Because the click rate on like PH is like super high. So she just like, she's not doing like spicy content at all. She's doing math lessons, like calculus. Fully dressed. But it's just, I think it's very funny to take like these platforms and do like wild content like that. It's a little bit funny. It's a little bit funny. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of funny. Hey, I candy, I love your videos. Shut up, Moon. You're here for my personality, okay? How you doing, money? Hey, Lucas, how you doing as well? Glad to have you here, my friend. Glad to have you here. Always a pleasure. You know what Book Talk is? My friend, I've been doing spicy ASMR audio roleplays for the past 5 years. You think I wouldn't know what Book Talk is? Come on now. Come on now. I've been there. You understand me? I've been there. Your TikTok stream is kind of buggy. I don't care about TikTok streaming. I'm only live streaming on TikTok so people see that I'm live and come to YouTube or Twitch. How you doing, cutie? But yeah, it's kind of buggy. I don't mind. I don't really care about TikTok. It's like same deal with like other multi-streams. My focus is YouTube and Twitch because these are the platforms that respect me as a content creator. And, you know, Ken is that old to not know what Book Talk is. I mean, I'm not that. I mean, I think like being younger makes you not know what Book Talk is. Isn't Book Talk's like age range like 35 to 20 or something like that? Isn't Book Talk like the spicy content? Isn't it makes more sense that people that are older know about Book Talk? Got it from an old video game on my iPad. Oh, Doctor Who has a onesie probably wears. It's his life and lemons. It's kind of funny. Mummy, someone's uploads Markiplier videos on there and give them crazy titles. That is so funny. Uploading regular titles on orange YouTube and then go on. Not gonna lie. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I don't know if I'll do it that. I don't know if I'll take that joke that far, but that is very funny. I'm not gonna lie. BookTok goes 18 to 35, I think. I think so too. Which there's no issue with that, by the way. I think it's perfectly normal to have like, you know what I mean? I think it's a very 16-year-old thing to be like, you're too old to read books about fiction. You're too old to play video games. Like, brother, you think that when you get to 35, your tastes are gonna change drastically? No, they don't. I'm not 28 now, so maybe when I hit that 30, I'm gonna like cut all this like nerd shit out. I'm gonna become a boomer and only watch the sports and like yell at my wife. But you know, like your tastes won't change drastically. Arguably enough, the person that you are when you're 25 is gonna be the person that you are when you're 30, 40, 50, 60. You know what I mean? Retirement homes in 30 plus years are gonna have all the consoles. Oh my god, you're right. Imagine. Oh my god, I want to go to a retirement home when I'm 60. Imagine. All the retirement homes, they have like all your homies out and they have like an Xbox 360, an Xbox Classic, and you're just like there playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2 with the boys. Oh my god, dude. Retirement homes at my age are gonna be so fun. Oh my god, dude, that would be kind of awesome, not gonna lie. I've been collecting plushies for 31 years. I shall continue them until I'm dead. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be so loud and chaotic. I know. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Oh man, I wanna go to a retirement home. Imagine we're all like 60, 70, right? And we go to a retirement home and there's like an Xbox 360. There's like some can of Cokes. You know what I mean? It's like cold ass. You know, some nurses are, you know, taking care of us in case we like have a heart attack or something. No, I'm not exactly the healthiest guy out there. But imagine, dude, when we're 70, all playing like, oh, that would be so cool, though. That would be so cool. Nintendo DS's, 3DS. You know, you have your cozy game sections with like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley. You know what I mean? Toby Fox is still making games for some reason. I don't know how. he keeps pumping them out. Deltarune Undertale 2 finally comes out. Undertale 2 finally comes out, you know what I mean? We have Monster Energy drinks. Don't go to retirement homes in Germany. It's become a trend that people working there live stream during their shifts. And won't let them even stream. Hey, yo, that's crazy. Hey, yo, what is grandma doing at those retirement homes? I'm kind of even more interested, Sharky. What do you mean? What do you mean people are watching that? I mean, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? Get the blue pill so, you know, you can get it up. You know, 17 guys can't really get it up as easy, but, you know. Staying fit with Wii or Dance Revolution. Toby Fox shall never stop. We'll get Half-Life 2 Episode 3. Nah, Gaben is long gone by the time we're 70. Come on. Unless they get like Immortal Life, I don't think Gaben is pretty old, guys. Which genuinely scares the fuck out of me. I have a really dark thought about gaming. Because I love Steam. And I think Steam is it's the only service that like actually respects their customers in gaming. And my worst fear is that Gaben dies and Steam becomes another EA, Microsoft, like shitty hellhole. And that thought scares the shit out of me. I'm so for real with you. That genuinely scares the fuck out of me. I'm not even joking. We have Pokemon 43 in Geolandia based on Mariana Trench, the new Deltarune camp. The story is now in space and get a crossover with Earthbound 4. That is crazy, my friend. That is crazy. Anyway, monster fuckers, right? Let's play some video games. Let's play Don't Eat the Cashier. Speaking of very disappointing things, I saw this as well. I talked about it on Discord, but here it is. Which I thought of it. I saw it. I immediately was like super excited, and then I got immediately disappointed again. Oh, they deleted it. Oh, they deleted it. They deleted it. Yeah, but this is the thing that I was talking about. It was on Twitter. They had promoted it on Twitter, but it went super viral, and then people realized it was Gen AI because I thought it was kind of funny. It was like a little indie game, poking a little bit of fun at gacha games. 11D Space with the gacha, and it had like, oh, be my stepbro or some shit like that. And then people realized this is Gen AI, and I was like, oh, brother, come on, man. This is a lot more cringe than the fucking gacha game. You know what I mean? This is a lot more cringe, especially because like this is like not even like a fancy artwork. You could do this yourself and just fucking grab MS Paint and do it. So yeah, fucking lame and cringe. Fucking lame and cringe. You know what I mean? Don't fuck the dragon, lol. I don't know, wouldn't you? I don't know, wouldn't you? If you had the option to fuck a dragon, wouldn't you? Coward. Where's my thing anyway? There you go. Extract here. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. It wasn't the elderly doing that stuff. It was a nurse. Oh damn, that's crazy. Okay, never mind. I mean, hey yo, come down there, nurse. That's crazy. I just thought Tanya have to watch her when she's on the couch. She doesn't fall. Aw, that's cute. Love to see pictures of it. Who said something about fucking the dragon? Do you know the stream that you were watching, my friend? Hey, we got the indie game seal of quality. The kind of shit that I put on my computer for you guys' entertainment. I swear to God, man. We got the indie game seal of quality. Oh boy, here we go. It's gonna be good, isn't it? By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube and Twitch, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. Kindred Spirit VA on YouTube. Recommend you go there and check it out. I post videos, highlights, as well as comic dubs all the way there. So yeah. Anyhow, shall we get into it? Should we start a timer to see how it magically breaks the game? No, this is a visual novel. It's harder to break visual novels. Oh, this game is woke. What do you mean they have pronouns? They made it woke. Not my monster fucker visual novel. They made it woke. Can't even make jokes like that because there's like actually people that talk like this. And I hate it. Anyway. Choose my body type. I'll take the long. I mean, this is snatch. I'll take this one. It's whatever. You have a body type 1. What is my name? Kindred. Fat big titty himbo. I'll take big titty himbo then. Big titty. You know what? Wait. Huh? Is that gonna make the game silly if I do this? Hey, Picario, thanks so much for gifting another sub. How's the lurking thing work on Twitch anyway? Does it stop counting us if we lurk? Yes. Twitch has implemented an update that stops counting you on the viewer if you lurk it, if you don't say anything in the chat. So yes, if you want to lurk, I recommend you go to YouTube, because otherwise you don't get counted on the viewer. Unfortunately, it's the new thing. I think this is gonna be funny. Your name is what? Wait, let me move myself to the other side. Wait. We need to experience this together. I know this is gonna be good. Your name is what? Sometimes I really wonder, how did I get up here? Not that I dream of a career as a neurosurgeon or an astronaut, but for crying out loud, working at a gas station on the other hand. Yes, money is money. 0 responses. I had to swallow my pride and find at least something. Oh boy. Human organism wanted for work at a gas station. Organism's duties include selling food for mouse silence and obedience, household tasks, obeying those who are more ancient. Friendly teams offer new and old faces, of friends long and a different life, consumption of nourishment, juicy juices, and trips to human places. It's better than the current capitalism hellhole that we live. Welcome into a monster fucking stream, raiders. Wait, we have another raid? Wait, there's another raid? No, I think this is the same raid, right? Food for mouth, huh? This guy's got a sewer style of his own. Apparently the manager is just an eccentric dude. Is their new marketing tactic to grab attention? Whatever. People told me that I have my quirks too. And even if that's even if they haven't seen my first suit. Oh no, we're a furry. Whatever. As long as he's not a complete jerk who will hit me or make me scrub the floors with a toothbrush. Oh, we have a lot to do. Oh! Alright, we're working for Eldritch Horrors. That's doable, you know. I didn't scream. I couldn't move. My brain feverishly tried to find any category for this in the database. Hallucination? Psychosis. Too many energy drinks? A typical middle manager? A monster who's from my nightmare stirred. Its tentacles crept closer to the counter. My God! The creature made a sound, not from a mouth, it had none. The sound emanated from a deep within its bulk, hollow, profound, bone-shaken. Greetings, organism. I'm Bob, the indescribable and terrifying consumer of worlds, but you, grain of sand, may call me Manager Bob. No, this isn't real. I'm dreaming. I need to wake up. We'll sell food for mouths and obey me, for I am ancient. Memorize the rules of the establishment, for my patience is as limited as the salary I offer you. Alright. Rule number 1, you sell, no matter what. Chicken food for the mouth, gremlin fuel, noodles made from cursed souls, lottery tickets for extra limb raffles, discount rod, ritual foil, everything must be sold. Oh, he is a capitalist at its finest. He points directly at me with a creepy, slimy tentacle. Every miserable unit of currency brings me closer to my triumphant exit from this pitiful hole. I pitch myself, but I didn't wake up. Rule number 2. Be polite to customers. Ignore bald spots in werewolf fur and watch out for drafts when ectoplasmic energy entities are in the store. Huh? But don't let them get too bold. Customers are just walking containers for currency, and they should only pay in monetary units. Payment in existential dread or hair of the dead is not accepted. Many of them come here to just to chat because they're idle and purposeless organisms. Man, he really is a manager, isn't he? He's like, these useless. There's useless, what is the word? Like, useless, like, somebody that doesn't do anything. I forgot the word in English now. You know what I mean? It's also your duty to heal organisms if they're injured using special kits. If they die, the king give away currency. Excuse me, you seem to have mentioned werewolves and ectoplasm? My voice as polite as possible. I managed to compress my primal screaming panic into a tight ball and shove it deep down. Werewolves? And not to mention that you yourself are a giant meatball with tentacles, damn you. I shall answer your questions, curious, polite organism. Werewolves and ectoplasmic entities are just few examples of the many insignificant life forms that frequent this establishment. What unites them is that they are all slaves to consumption, just like your kind. God damn it, this is capitalism. Oh, man. As for my nature, I'm your immediate supervisor and the guarantor of your future financial prosperity. I'm at a gas station for monsters. Got a job with Cthulhu for minimum wage. At least you have a job. That's all you need to know. That really is all I need to know. If you're any more knowledgeable, surely drive me insane. For the first time, some resemblance of approval flickered across Bob's many-eyed face. An unexpected display from the grains of wisdom that have not left the human species. Embrace your ignorance. Let it become your shield on a direct path to the status of human employee of the month. I hate this guy. Shut up and do your job. He is your average manager. He is your average manager. I'm not even joking. And what does the human employee of the month get? A cash bonus of 25 cents. Oh my fucking god, we're working for Mr. Krabs. And such a human already extremely excited about this, but that's not all. You also have to access to the Leech Manager's restroom for 1 full work cycle. During its use, there's a 7% chance that you will be transported to a dimension of endless pain, suffering, and unimaginable torment. I work service. I work customer service. This is already an endless pain, suffering, and unimaginable torment. Anything else is already better than this. You're truly generous. You suddenly place a jar in front of me on the counter. And the last rule, remember, organism, the tip container must be filled with money by the end of your wake cycle. If the bottom of the jar is visible, you'll clean the sanitary rooms with this object in the dimension of absolute horrors and suffering for 2,510 years. Couldn't take my eyes off the fork. Too many the potential tool of my eternal servitude. This moment my mind fully encapsulated. Yes, I was hired by a multi-eyed cosmic architect squared. Yes, my clients were being non-humans. Yes, I'm being threatened with a fork and eternal toilet cleaning. How could anyone clean anything with a fork? The same will happen if you ever think about escaping before the end of your work contract. My oculus sensorium perceives the subtlest of matters. It attacks you in any corner of this pitiful planetary sphere. Crap, I'm stuck here. You understand? Yes, sir. Acceptable. Please, Mr. Krabs would... True. Mr. Krabs would never give a cash bonus. That is true. I suppose that is true. Seems like a pro monster fucker has reappeared in the chat. What do you mean? You're watching him right now. Could you show me exactly how I press the buttons? Points at the vending machines. Bob centralized my finger, then the machine, then back in my face. The creature's size. Tentacle stings from its body and the torch's slowness. With the drama of a pianist playing the tragic note at the tip of the tentacle pencils down. I got it. Your capacity for knowing is phenomenal. This concludes the briefing. Remain as polite as an organism as you are. Alright. He didn't turn around as a human would. His tentacles simply shifted his entire mass in another direction with a soft gurgling sound. He waddled across the linoleum. Kinda dirty the place. Finally, he left me alone. The silence at the gas station was broken by the only hum of the refrigerators, containing juicy juices, and the buzzing of neon lamp above my head. I stood in the same spot as if rooted to the ground. My breath returned to me in a sharp, uneven gasp. My hands were shaking. The chip which I needed to fill to avoid ending in a dimension of ancient horrors still stood proudly on the counter. So what just happened? Option 1 is I've gone insane. That's the most logical conclusion. Prolonged stress from job hunt and malnutrition, nerves, anxiety, and a disrupted sleep schedule. My brain just malfunctioned. Yes, that's it. I'm going to wake up in my couch with my dingy rented apartment. I pinch myself again and nothing. You kind of sound like Sea Dog. I'll take that as a compliment. Bob is more reasonable than one of my old bosses. Man, we live in hell, don't we? Found you a clip from Pinterest. Really? You're the 3rd person that found me on Pinterest. How you doing? Welcome. There you go. Yes, I also stream on YouTube, by the way. If you're watching me, I also stream on YouTube if you want to go give it a follow there. I post videos every week. Every day, actually. I mean, everything he said is all true. Werewolves, vampires, tips, the fork. A hysterical mix of laughter and scream of terror welled up in my throat, but I held it back. I need to get through this. I needed to... Oh. Don't tell me that's the first customer. Bells. What the hell? Welcome to 7-Eleven. Can I help you? Where the hell did this clown come from? Took great effort not to look away from those red eyes burning in the pitch of black darkness. Is he amused? Is he wonder if I'm tasty? Bob didn't exactly give any guarantees that I wouldn't get devoured at work. My brain, still recovering from the encounter with Bob, was frantically trying to figure out how to break from this ringing silence. Isn't it strange? Good evening, sir. What would you like to purchase? Purchase? I'd like to purchase your attention. Suppose it's free, suppose it's free. No free attention. No free. No free. Yusuki, I'm assuming it's on sale for today. I'm sure that's on the sale list. However, there are plenty of other things you'd like to purchase. That's why I'm here. Another corner of the universe. Amazingly, people live here too. And they trade as well. Yet, well, there's nothing to be surprised of, if you think about it. I expected something more interesting. At least a world of lizards and an ancient descendants of Hyperborea battling them. I got another crazy person. It seems like he's in the mood for a chat. So, what's a beautiful, handsome gentleman like you doing in such a dreadful, dirty island of misfortune? Or rather, what is a place like this doing with such a handsome gentleman as you? Wait, where are my manners? I suppose I must introduce myself. I have many names, most of which are not fit to be spoken in the company of a lovely gentleman. The nicest I've heard is the Mad King. My title I plan to pass from me to myself for the coming centuries. However, my mortal mother named me Darian. May I have your hand? Sorry, my mother told me not to hand my hand off to strangers or any other part of me. He burst into genuine booming laughter. Your mother was a truly wise woman. A masterful stroke of self-preservation. I haven't been referred so delightfully in, well, at least a century. Others prefer to use enchanted swords and pitchforks. They forget that words can wound too. But perhaps I can still melt your heart. I have an eternity for that. Literally. May I know your name? My name is What? Oh no. Hey bro, how you doing as well? Glad to have you here on YouTube. How you doing? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry to bounce so early. I have work tomorrow. Oh yeah, you can always watch the VOD later. Don't worry. But yeah, if you want to leave the lurk on YouTube, I'd appreciate it. But hope you enjoy. Hope you have a nice. Change your voice low key. Not the name. My name is What? But my friends call me Big D. I kind of want to be Big D. I kind of want to be Big D. My name is What? My name is What? Oh, I'm gonna go. My friend is what? Huh? You're so polite. My dear, what? You're so polite. He seems to savor my name and it sends shivers down my spine. And that politeness again, as dry and bland as the rations I give my soldiers. Most squeaky of all the creeds I've ever signed. I've signed the creeds that require people to weave robes from sand just for fun, mostly mine. Polite people never risk anything. No friends, no enemies. How's that interesting? Oh lordy. I think What was the best choice of name I could have chosen. Imagine how wonderful it would be if we became enemies. Those would be the most interesting few seconds of your life. Of friends. Be even a delightful eternity. I love us, wink. Offer him a friendly pinky finger. Honestly, I'm ready to become anything for tips. Pragmatism. The dullest of all human traits. Second only to complete paralysis. But it's so reckless to say such things. Actually, no. I want to choose lovers. I think it's funnier. Well, lovers. Wink. Let's go. Okay, that was the funny one. He blinks once, twice. What a delightful little twist in our script. Did I just fluster him? By sunshine, you burn me. Such bravery to flirt with someone who can turn your bones into licorice with the snap of his fingers. So flustered I shifted into a more informal tone. Well. Feels like my brain's turning into jelly. It's not too bad. Maybe I've just been spoiled by all those mangas about sinister and tragic monsters. Oh, the only tragic thing about this client so far is his tragic unwillingness to buy my discount rot. Let's get to the purchase of my visit, finally. It's completely unknown to me. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm like Squidward being like, so Patrick, what are you gonna order? I'm gonna have the, Oh man. Like, Patrick, what do you want to order? I don't know. There's nothing interesting in this assortment of a pathetic shack except for you, so I'm buying your time. Let's have dinner. I'm sure you must be hungry. Oh no. Allow me to create a more pleasant atmosphere for us. Shivering from a gust of icy wind. You just teleported half of my gas station to a radioactive dump. Or radioactive dump to my gas station. My jar's gone! My freaking jar! Hey, you bitch! My tips! Ah, put it back the way it was, the jar! No, my tips! You really don't like change, do you? Well, life is ever changing. Life is not a stone, my dear. Life is water. Since you don't like the currents, so let be it. Let's find something less populated with mutants. Can go along with familiar landscapes. Though already ruined lands make me melancholic because all the fun has happened without me. Disgusting. Allow me. My jar! Where's my tips jar? No! Amazing I haven't thrown up yet. I feel like I've been flushed twice from an interdimensional toilet and clear my throat. Seems like I'm sitting at the table. Much better, wouldn't you agree? Couldn't be better. But still no, my store. Bob will kill me. It's beautiful here, strangely. Is this your home? Want me to go find it? I want to see which one this is going to be. Don't worry, my dear. Time flows differently here. In your cage of capitalism, it's practically a standstill. No one will disturb us, especially not your evil, beady-eyed squid. Such vile creatures, squids. Really should turn someone into a squid. 3 squids. How thrilling. Still get used to the landscape. The fireflies here are quite charming. Be better without that frog with the human face. The frog notices me too. It lets out a sad croak, then looks at me with an expression of deep existential despair. Who's that? That's Lorraine. One of the brave souls who dared to challenge my authority. My dear friend who once walked the path of adventure. However, he didn't foresee the possibility of being turned into a frog on a whim. He even tried to wield a sword with his tiny frog legs. Fought to an end. A true warrior. Now, however, his foes are mosquitoes and bigger frogs. Tell me, dear, does he bother you? His little existential froggy crisis, I mean. Is it ruining the ambience? Not really. It looks at me with an interested expression. Well, don't make a decision yet. Can you remove him? I don't mind it. No, I want to watch. No, I want to watch feels like I'm talking about voyeurism. No, I want to watch feels like I'm talking about voyeurism. You know what? I'll take that one. I like watching. Watch life pass by him. See us enjoy dinner of more than just mosquitoes and swamp water. My dear, you are a treasure trove of delightfully dark little surprises. So dinner. I'm sure you must be starving. Traveling between realities must be exhausting. This looks strange, but it smells delicious. Meat with honey? And next to the meat, a purple soup. Possibly made from less fortunate cashier. Whatever the food is poison or not, if I refuse, His Highness might turn me into a frog too, so I pick up the fork from the table. And this is the most delicious thing I've ever tasted. It's 100 times better than the cheap instant noodles I usually buy at the supermarkets. Stop getting freaky with me, Sharky. Don't eat the food. You wouldn't stop me from eating food. I've eaten more weirder things at parties than a purple soup. It seems to enjoy your cuisine. My chefs always manage to cook well. On these occasions, when I noticed. I assure you won't regret this dinner. At least not for the first half hour after the meal. Thank you. You're very kind. This is the best purple goo in my miserable life as a cashier. Purple goo, ha! I'll have to tell the head chef you called it that. He calls it the broth of vicious stars and deceit. But I think your description is more honest. Don't be too quick to call your life miserable. Until now it was just a prologue, but now the first act begins. I poke at my food with my fork and watch the peculiar scenery from the corner of my eye. A silence hangs between us that might even be called cozy, around the heavy narcotics. What's your favorite animal? Glad you asked. It's right here on our plate. Just kidding. But I do need some time to think. Let's see. The riding flea has its own charms. Very disgusting ones. Carnivorous butterflies are beautiful, but they're dumb and noisy. As we know, only what's empty inside makes a noise. And what is in my head, it's always ringing. I think it's a dog. It loves its owner with all its heart, whether it's a saint or a serial killer, and doesn't notice the difference. lives in a constant joyful state of blissful ignorance and misplaced enthusiasm. A creature that finds endless joys in utterly meaningless. It is truly inspiring. Dogs are the jesters of the animal world, and I adore them for it. Especially small, wrinkly ones. What about you? Cats. To them, we're probably the jesters. Oh, indeed. They are the true rulers of this reality. Tiny, furry gods of apathy and disdain. And we are their obedient, foolish caretakers. You would hell get a lot of money for you to do ASMR? You would be surprised. you think I should do ASMR? Well, let me surprise you a little bit. If you only go to YouTube and you scroll down a little bit. Oh, never mind. You would be surprised. There's also Patreon too, by the way, just letting you know. But you're gonna watch that later. Right now you're watching me. Don't leave the stream. Come on. Indeed. But I've been lucky enough to escape that tyranny and instead enjoy my own and feed those around me. I return to my meal just as I chew another bite. I hear His Highness's voice. What's that? You liked your cat answer? I mean, yeah, who doesn't like cats? I return to my meal just as I chew another bite. I hear His Highness's voices. By the way, how does the meal taste? I mean, it does taste delicious. Is the human flesh tender enough? My fork freezes halfway. Thank you. Cool. Chew while looking at him in the eye. You're the law here. Oh. I meet his gaze slowly and with all authority. Place a piece of meat in my mouth and begin to chew without breaking eye contact. Hey, yo, that's kind of sexy. Can't remember ever seeing someone so shocked in my life. His mad grin vanishes, his eyes widen, and his own fork freezes halfway to his mouth. For one precious, glorious, sweet moment, the Lord of Chaos is completely and utterly baffled. My dear, you are a true treasure. I didn't just call my bluff. You raised the stakes to the sky. Ah, it's not human. It's just venison. As far as I can tell by the taste, not very intelligent. It's definitely not Timmy, our carpenter, who unexpectedly disappeared near the large kitchen cauldron. Perfectly sized to fit in. Definitely not. Personally issues several decrees related to cannibalism, perhaps even consider its prohibition, but that's besides the point. Rarely have visitors, and I'd like to tell you about other interesting guests. After all, it's the most fascinating thing I can share with you. For a place where mushrooms with eyes grow, it can be incredibly dull here. Shadows in the clearing thicken stir. They detach from gnarly trees rising up from the ground with like black ink, and spread across the wall. Dense and intertwined, they prepare to perform at their master's whim. Behold this incredibly crooked castle, my dear. Crooked to the point of absurdity, sadly. In reality, its curves look far more aesthetic, but give the creator some leeway for expressiveness. Many brave and not-so-bright souls have tried to conquer this terrifying, dark, eerie, crooked castle, so many that it became even more crooked. You see, the dreadful monster living there never liked being distracted from important duties. Terribly important duties. Like having long, deep conversations with its own reflection or concocting recipes with raisins. So far, the serious thing in this story is the presence of raisins. You do understand, they are real horror, aren't they? Tiny, shriveled bits of deception. They pretend to be sweet, but they're just made to ruin. They ruin lovely cookies, family photos. Based. So based. Fuck raisins. I don't like raisins. In rice and cookies, I don't care. I don't like it. It's so bad. Especially because it baits you like it's chocolate cookies. Immediately based and agree. The monster was a tyrant, a menace. He sowed chaos and disorder mostly on purpose. He had countless opportunities for creativity and wasn't afraid to use them. He made some people believe they were pigeons and others that they were grains. He wouldn't allow his best servants to have windows, fearing that the moon and both suns would get envious and want to take them away. He demanded they seal the gaps in the doors as well. He locked wizards who came to him for magical gifts in a giant laboratory and promised them power, they invented a kettle that could boil everything except water. Did they eventually... Who won the pigeon or the grains? My lovely lord, it wasn't a war, but a rather true paranoid masterpiece. A ballet of survival for glorious week. My ballroom was the stage of a feathered cooing apocalypse. I love how the most random fucking ADHD answers get him excited. Pigeons flocked into huge proud groups, occupying high places at chandeliers and bookshelves. Grains. Learned to hide under rugs, pretend to be lifeless, and attack only when the pigeons turned away. There were alliances, betrayal, and a seed that fell in love with the pigeon. Nothing topped the story this year. Nothing was worse, nor was anything worse. But I digress. Behold, a ray of light in the dark kingdom, the first hero, Sir Loray the Righteous, in his clanging self-important glory. It took a need to rest briefly because of the weight of his righteousness was bad for the health of his poor back. Following rumors by the same monster, he fought his way through the monster's loyal subjects to... By the way, where did you even find them? Most of my subjects are too busy contemplating the color of the suspenders. The color of suspenders for the suspenders are lamenting their fate. They cherish them in their imperfection. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're probably most restless for them. Every story needs minions. In any case, our hero descended into the Grotto of Despair. The Grotto of the Tentacles. Imagine the most sinister name you can conjure. The Grotto of my parents' disappointment in me. Oh, but if they could see you now, you're a royal audience. They'd be proud of you. Actually, they wouldn't be proud if they got to know me better. But if that's the case, that's good too. You won't be alone under the weight of their disappointment. But let's not get sidetracked. Into the grotto of your parents' disappointment, in you, our hero descended to retrieve an artifact capable of defeating the Monster King. The Ring of Incredible Power. A bit shoddy crafted, but I assure you it looks more aesthetic in real life. However, the brave knight didn't know that incredible power of the ring lay in 440 pounds of weight. That was his only magical property. The only incredible thing about this ring was an incredible stupidity and uselessness. Realization that he had spent weeks of his life on a divinely heavy paperweight, and the sudden crushing thought that he would have become a baker instead of a hero, just to get some sleep. Well, it broke the poor noble mind. Not that his mind was ever intended to serious burdens. The ring had a smiley face. It's fine, guys, I'm British. We're known for bad food. It's okay, I forgive you for being British. It's okay, nobody is perfect. Cookie Dough Supreme, though. Lord of Chaos. Hey, Felicia. How you doing as well? No, the knight. To hell with you. Not meaningfully, and wait for him to continue. Alright. So the knight perished. But then along came Elmer Eagle Eye. They say he earned his nickname by escaping from an enemy fortress. On the third day of his captivity, he noticed that his prison cell was lacking the fourth wall. An archer of legendary skill who tried to kill me with a precise shot. Constantly. During breakfast, while bathing, at balls, during sleep. Even while I was devising a plan to get rid of him, the audacity. I just hate killing them. I hate just killing them. Turning them into madmen is so much more fun. I bestowed a little curse upon the elf as well. Made it so every time he drew his bowstring, you'd hear the most annoying melody to his ears. Elmo was terribly racist. He hated dwarves. So naturally the melody became a national anthem of the dwarves. Played in loop by the bagpipe orchestra, the pure rage it provoked derailed his aim every time. Eventually he stopped the castle, dropped his bow and begged for a job at my court in exchange for the changing of the song for anything else. He was desperate and I was a villain. Everything aligned incredibly well. Now he's my royal huntsman. A dwarf match is replaced by a lively elven sea shanty, and let no one dare accuse me of being callous and heartless. Now he was a salary, good food, clothes. Now he has a salary, good food, clothing, entertainment, and a full guarantee of non-dismemberment. Diggy diggy hole on loop. It's like the Yogscast diggy diggy hole, but like repeated non-stop. Missed the opportunity to change his dwarf serenades. Happy ending, right? For me, absolutely. I've never had such a good hunter in my life. Never quite figured out where he gets all those species of animals, but no matter. And finally, the witch. Man, the story kind of derailed, isn't it? In a classic giant hat under the witch, you could easily fit another witch. She tried a different approach, seduction. She attempted to charm me, to gain my trust and become my spouse. A fatal miscalculation. She didn't consider that the fact that I could never trust the big hats, or people, especially when they both come to hand in hand. And those who wear suspenders and a belt at the same time. A person who doesn't even trust his own pants certainly doesn't earn the trust of His Highness. Then again, I don't trust His Highness either. I don't trust myself, especially the left side of my brain, especially on Thursdays. But back to hats. I still don't evoke any particular feelings in me. No love, no hate, not even mild annoyance. Really? I suggest you quickly develop a strong opinion about them. I say it's a highly entertaining hobby and useless, like any good hobby. Meanwhile, the witch was quite overt in her murderous intentions, jiggling with all her concealed weapons. Why does a witch need so many hidden blades? She must have been very bad at witchery. In any case, she now resides in my dungeon, and you see, I haven't decided what to do with her yet. Her fate is a blank slate, a story yet to be written, and so I offer you the pen. I simply adore random choices. Give me yours. What? Give me yours, huh? What? Give me yours, huh? What? What punishment befits her? Man, these monsters are like, oh man, everybody can't hear me right. They're like, huh? What? What? Huh? Oh man. What? Does he really want me to decide what to do with the real person? Can I even save her? Doesn't matter what I choose, everything he follows his whims anyway. As long as I play the circus monkey, I have a chance to get out of here alive. Which is insane then. What should I do? I think the craziest thing would be to spare her, that what I would expect to have. Turn it into a hat, a small one. I think the hat. He was hinting about the hats. The one who lives with such a big hat by nature shall become a small hat. The irony is so absurd, it's beautiful. So be it. Let her be a small cap of eternal regret. Try to get into my head, now she can barely cover it. A brilliant sentence. Something's missing from this tale. You never told me about the monster itself. Suppose that's the end of the tale? Indeed. It was a delightful story. I have hundreds more, of course, but these were the first that came to hand. Hey, silly girls, it's so sick right now, so maybe just lurking a little bit. Oh, I'm glad to keep you company. The shadows finally dissolve into nothingness. I just turned into a living being into a hat, or rather became the catalyst for it. I wonder what kind of nightmares are warranted in such case. I'm afraid my royal duties await me. Our time is up. Shall I send you back, huh? What? Huh? What? I rise from my chair. Squeeze my eyes shut. The light is blind and even my eyes close. So unusual after this darkness. And the jar is full of money. It was all worth it. Greetings, organism. How's your work progressing? I see the first transaction was successful, acceptable. Still doesn't save you from the threat of cleaning sanitary facilities, but it's a wonderful starting point for your entire tiny life. The first client sent me to another dimension and nearly turned me into a cash register. Work is going well, sir. Excellent. Maintain this level of productivity. Hey, sugar mama. Oh, man. Yeah, you don't want to be like complaining to your bosses. He probably wouldn't care or listen to it anyway. Oh, man. Greetings, amazing and distinguished kindred. Have I heard you of the Gentacular Beaglesaurus series of novels? I have not. What is it all about? You can't see the bottle of the jar? Fuck you mean? Thank you, fuck. He gave us back the jar. Hey, Gothic. Glad you come over to YouTube. Yes, I post videos on YouTube, Twitch, as well as like comic dubs. So yeah. Continue working. I am experiencing a positive emotional reaction. I'm proud of you, and I would be even prouder if you acquire more currency. Goodbye, Mr. Tangent. Your tentacles shine particularly beautiful this time. Your comment regarding the shine of my appendages is noted, organism. The secret is a meticulous regimen of polishing them with void blib okay slime. Goodbye. Hell yeah. Bobhead Haas, you can date the manager? Nah, I wouldn't date a manager. Fuck it, fuck that. Slaps across the office. As soon as Bob's rhythmically wet slaps fade away, a deep silence descends on the station. One moment I'm in a surreal forest, dining on purple ghoul and mad god. The next moment I'm being praised by a multi-eyed tentacle monster. Maybe these are just all my deathbed hallucinations. I'm going insane. Some parts of me enjoy mad adventures. I'm an adrenaline junkie. Disgusting. Now I have to deal with that too. In the midst of my contemplation, terrifying sounds emanate from my boss's office. Unfair bills. Unacceptably large numbers. Of course. What else could accept him? He is a manager, all right. Steps, another visitor. This one decided to come in for the door for a change. He seems unwell. Hope he doesn't knock over my shelves of shampoo and jojoba oil and delicate lilies on the way. He's not just unwell. He looks like hell. Literally. All the skin of his left side is just torn off from his jaw to his temple. I swallow nervously. What kind of meat grinder has this guy been through? It looks like someone who could rip me apart and he doesn't like what he hears. I need to be careful. Where's the corporate life? When will the Lord take my tiny soul, break down in tears? Look like the Terminator. How's life, sir? Fucking awesome. Like a fairy tale. Thanks for asking. Would dramatic. Wait, does any of the stories pleases him? No, right? No. Okay, I'm just curious. He would dramatically light a cigarette and stare into the void right now, but it doesn't seem like he have the strength for that anymore. Very clearly wants to. I do too, even considering that I don't smoke. This profession is going to drive me crazy one day. I'll definitely date his monster. I mean, I kind of like, he's kind of like got a beast vibe going. I mean, see his fangs and everything. You know what I mean? I just look like a heavily wounded guy. No, he has fangs. No. Look attentionally. He has fangs. He's not a normal guy. I don't know what he is, but he's definitely not a normal guy. He has fangs. And apparently he's wearing a rocker band as well. Band t-shirt as well, so that's kind of funny. Well, it's clearly come to him with great difficulty, which is probably not surprising for a man without half a face. He cleared his throat and that doesn't help much. I need blood. He tried to smile. It would be charming if he still had all necessary muscles for that. Now it haunts me into my nightmares, amongst other things. The client pauses again to breathe his throat. We don't do transfusions here. How about tomato juice? Just discount rot. You don't stop annoying me, no fucking transfusion will help you. Does he like any of the things? No, he doesn't. Let's see. Oh, wait, there's one of the answers. Let's see what we have. Oh, we probably have blood. Wait, no, yeah, right. We probably have blood. This is a weird shop, remember? Let's see what we have. Pretty good choice, pretty boy. Except at the storage, just in case. He suddenly leans forward, boring into me with his remaining eye. Go and find me some goddamn blood. Go and find the goddamn blood. No, yeah. We gotta give the most corporate responses. We gotta be like, yes, sir. Of course, sir. You know what I mean? We gotta give the most corporate responses. A strange pressure builds in my head and the edges of my vision blur. Yeah, he's hypnotizing us. I don't know why, but I feel a extremely strong urge to find blood right now. My client is covered in burr, but still hungry. Maybe he fought with something inedible. I find myself in the storage room, tangled labyrinth of shelves reaching up to the ceiling, stuffed with boxes, crates, and mysterious cans. In a corner, something rusted and snorted suspiciously. Where could the blood be? I need to think fast. It's not going to wait forever. Right now, I'm the beginning of this crazy place. You go for mouth-to-mouth section. Let me save here as well. Supplies with self-propelling gearbox, foam and body washes. Items that inspire pensiveness. Bob, where's the blood? Bob, where's the blood? This is probably not gonna like that, but I think this is the best option. For a moment, silence hangs, broken only by the hum of the distant refrigerators. Then the sound comes of pure cosmic irritation. In your blood vessels, organism. But if you mean blood for sale, check the mouth food section. Don't disturb me. I'm doing my business. Okay. Just making sure. Food for mouth section. nothing like going for bothering your manager. These signs are driving me insane. I really hope my manager will eventually learn English properly. I'm surrounded by pure madness for anxious packaging. Even in front of the department entrances, there's some baby food by cyborgs piled up. I'm frankly trying to decipher the crooked inscriptions. Food afraid of heat? Infused nutritional flows. Here's some shelves of drinks next to Coca-Cola bottles, liquid regret and primordial broth. Ken's Labs Brepsi, vodka, Chanelco. Love to meet the person. I'll check each shelf, pushing aside the cans of essence shifts and giggles. But I find nothing resembling blood. I go back. I hear nothing. Nah, he doesn't help. It doesn't help then. Then the right choice is really to yell at Bob. Okay. Right now, at the very beginning of this crazy place. Go to the food from house section. There you go. That's what you went to do. I think we chose this one, right? Is that the white one? In front of me, there's a section of the food from mouth. Food afraid of heat? Oh, food afraid of heat, right. It's right. It's fucking chosen, right. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's kind of hard to figure it out. Bob, get your knockoff squid tentacles butt out of here. Nah, that's our manager. We don't want our manager to fucking be annoyed at us. But we need to, it's best to like sort this out anyway and just like, you know what I mean? Bob, where's the type B? Is that the reason? Is that like choosing like Coke Zero? It's like, oh, I don't want A blood type. I want O negative. I don't like that A type blood. That doesn't taste as nearly as good. Large freezer chests and refrigerators with glass doors are covered in frost. Next to the frozen pizza, gremlin Creole capsules. Amongst the buckets of ice cream, you find flavors like minty thrichum and liquid family. A huge freeze chamber. Matter of lesser life forms, spare parts of human organisms, products. Is that the... I think this is it, right? This section reeks of formaldehyde and horror. Glass jars filled with murky liquids sit on the shelves where exhibits float. Try not to think about the one containers holding a name tag that reads Kelvin. Blood of human organism Kelvins. Blood of human organism homeless. Blood of human efficient resource of artifact accumulation. Unfulfilled dreams of unwarranted expectations. I'm gonna take this one. Didn't even understand why, but this blood looks like profoundly sad. Or it tastes sadder than it appears. You already? His voice carries genuine surprise and clear relief. It's a good thing you weren't wandering around for half an hour. Bring it here. Having the drain jaw with Kevin, he pulls away from his lips. A strange expression crosses his face. Frowning, he peers at the label. He's a poor, sad bastard, Kevin. I've never drunk anything more pathetic in my life, and believe me, I once devoured a lower-level office worker. The guy, dreamed his whole life of being useful to someone. But in the end, he turned out to be as useful as my snack. So, did his dream come true? I've drunk the blood of a virgin for the first time in my life. Honestly, it tastes worse than the usual stuff. I don't get what all these old-timers are so obsessed with. Good that you found human blood. Good job, you're sharp. Glad to please you, sir. Glad you no longer want to eat me. Feel free to ask. It's too longer. What is the corporate response? What do you think is the corporate response? Formaldehyde. Formaldehyde. There you go. Yeah, scientific words are English. In English are hard for me. I do have like C3 English level by Cambridge, so I technically know a little bit of like university English, but it's still kind of hard. The first one, glad to please you, sir. You no longer want to just eat me. With that approach to business, you go far, pretty boy. Going to wash my dirty face. Don't get bored. Oh, he's not here. The perfect opportunity to wipe away the bloodstains. I was scrubbing the pool of blood on my first day of work. Interesting story if you read it. A wonderful tale. I'm doing just fine. Nobody's eaten me. Oh, see, he is hot, chat. Wait, why is this missing his face then? He's looking much fresher with the second half of his face, although his expression still resembles that of a constipated owl. I'll just stand here for a while, okay? Take little breaks, besides. There's nobody here besides you right now. Just so you know, if you try to contact the werewolves, I'll take your head and crush you like a walnut. I'm David, by the way. A vampire. You may have already guessed. What an incredibly interesting way to start an acquaintance. Especially by the part of the other walnut. Nice to meet you. Huh? What? Okay, huh? What? Okay, huh? What? Huh? What? What again? Can you say that again? What? I'm so sorry for putting that name. I'm so sorry for putting that name. The name is getting annoying now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for putting that name. I'm so sorry for putting that name, chat. Okay. What? What's his name? What is his name again? I knew a what once. He used to trade kidneys in Venice Beach. He was a good boy until he got packed up. He's trying to provoke me, deliberately sharing the dirty details of his life to see how uncomfortable I can get. Say nothing. Suppose I'm also selling some kidneys now. Check the catalog. Exactly 10 categories. You seriously have a catalog? He leans forward, genuinely intrigued, peering into the catalog. Gambling clearly. Is that a delicacy? Why does it say both delicacy and few and animal venom? Because here's a universal product. Want some? I do. Looks like I found my best customer for today. I have a vampire here and he's regenerating. Wonderful. The main thing is not to accidentally blurt out something wrong. I need to be friendly. Since when do vampires now wear leather jackets? Don't you guys prefer capes and ruffles? Thanks for not eating me. Nah, I'm gonna say nothing. Not paid to say anything. David slightly grimps as he moves his hand. Damn mutts. Probably not all the wounds I heal completely. Does being a vampire doctor fall under my duties? I think Bob said it was mandatory. Point at the wound, let me help. I don't want to help you. My contract requires me to treat customers that come here. David lets out a dry chuckle. What if a creature doesn't want your treatment, Dr. Cox? Just a couple of scratches and a piece of ass that will grow back on its own. It's fine. If you don't let yourself be treated, my boss will lock us both into the dimension of horror where I'll be cleaning toilets with a fork for 2,000 years. So you're afraid of the doctors, huh? Such a tough guy. Really? How am I supposed to clean with a fork? And why is such a ridiculous amount of time? Is there that much cosmic crap in there? His voice carries a clear mockery. He's about to say something even more sarcastic when suddenly Bob has returned to his accounts. Then he suddenly makes his still fill my mouth with soul dread. Probably not just mine. Finally, the forks and toilets break through the last layer of his defenses. Alright, I spent my whole life in a complete clack. I don't want to spend my last 2 millennia there too. Damn you, go ahead. I love how fucking Bob is just like this ever-presence, and it's just... Oh my lord, dude. I just run a random bloodline. Doesn't have gens for that. He's a vampire? Yes, he's a vampire. Although he's kind of giving more like a werewolf. Like, I know that this was the design that I would make for a werewolf. I suppose that is interesting. David shreds his jacket. Hey, yo, awooga! Then settles on the squeaky tool next to the counter. He's about to face a serious trial, staying in a vulnerable position for a few minutes. For some reason, the cruel fate hasn't made him claw-proof. It looks like he was just thrown into a blender. Judging by those blood scars, he's quite an interesting pass. Maybe he was attacked by a werewolf cowboys with guns. By the way, I didn't know that corpses have doctors too. I thought the only doctor available to me is now the coroner. Rummaging through the necromancy kit that was sitting under the counter. Inside, besides standard bandages, there are some strange items. Silver tweezers, vials of thick, glowing liquid, additional fingers, and of course, instruction manuals. A cheap laminated brochure stained with something that looks like coffee. And in the instructions, the first point states, determine whether you're dealing with a zombie, ask your alternatively living subject if they ever wanted to eat somebody's brain. Alternatively living subject, do you ever wanted to eat somebody's brain? Fuck you, I'm not a subject. Seems I've offended his vampire feelings and let out an annoyed sigh for the umpteenth time today. Your brain? Definitely not. That was not a joke about being mean, dumb. Oh. Why does it sound like we're so petty? Is that a joke about me being dumb? I'll let you know that I'm very smart. I have a very tasty brain. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. That's too much of a dumbass response. That's too much of a dumbass response. I thought this was gonna be joking, not be like, oh, I'm not dumb. My brain is tasty and very wrinkly. That was awful. That was fucking awful, let me tell you. I thought this was being said as a joke. At least the MC has a sense of humor. No, this was nonsense. This was said plainly. Never mind. You look skeptically at the pictures flashing in the instructions. I flip it over. Zombies, necromancers, abominations made of bone, flesh, and cabbage swirl in front of his face like a mesmerizing kaleidoscope. All of his lives in the city skewers. Lives in the city skewers. Let's rewind time to avoid cringe. No, for sure. Like I'm one to live with my choices, but if it's cringe, then I roll back. It's fine. You know what I mean? I know you're going to use the bathrooms now. It'd be great if you didn't notice that. What do I have to deal with all this? I still glance at my visitor. I wonder if werewolves just clawed him up or if he managed to kill somebody too. My instincts, somebody out of the Stone Age, suggest that he would have. This guy has a killer gaze. You see somebody like him in an alley, you hand over, he automatically reaches for your wallet and phone. I lower my eyes. Next point, let establish the nature of your injuries. What wounds would werewolves leave? Lacerations, claw, teeth, and a bit of saliva, possibly very contagious. Yes. David listens with the pride of a true soldier. Every word feels like a medal of valor. Something like that. Said it as if he didn't care, but I know better. Shake your head. You need to stop with these fights. It won't lead to anything good. Move on to the next point. I'll read from what medication I need and grab the regenerating extract for alternatively living life forms. Now all that's left is to apply the stuff, dip my fingers in a jar, and suddenly grabs my hand. Do something wrong and I'll rip your tonsils out for your ass. If you touch me, my boss will rip your soul out of your ass. Allow me to do my job, sir. The first of any faceless representative of the service sector, my perfect shield against the surrounding world and rude vampires that inhabit it. That sounds like the most service workers, like, sir, please, just let me do my fucking job. I just want to go home. Not actually barking. For a vampire? I mean, respectable. For a vampire, it's respectable. I actually enjoy cringe. Social cringe, not so much. I enjoy funny cringe. I don't enjoy socially awkward cringe. That's just painful. Watch yourself. Now my vampire's doctor's license. Apply the black goo to the wound. A puff of steam rises from the wound and the air starts to smell like something's frying. Probably very painful, but Dave remains calm. Not a single complaint, which is surprising. I hope it's not from your squid manager. We all hope for that, buddy. Restore some justice. Be more careful. Movements become slow and deliberate. And do everything cautiously, barely touching the skin around the wound. Allow him to get used to the sting. You can feel the tense muscles in the back and shoulders relax slightly. He's still wound up, but the relief is starting to wash over him. Naturally, no thanks yous or pleases from him. But at least he's no longer threatening to do something to my ass every 5 seconds. Finish your dark work in silence. I finish up. Surprisingly, the wounds really are healing. The scars won't beautify this man. Why are you doing all this? The question is asked in an astonishingly serious tone. He's driving me crazy. Even more than that clown from earlier, it seems. I just want to help. I just want to help. Lie, you want tips and to go home and play The Sims and watch stupid shows? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. But this is the truth, though. Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, but I do want to go home and play The Sims and watch stupid shows. No. These are work obligations. If it weren't for them, wouldn't be bothering you. Which one would be money though. His social skills are terrible. He probably doesn't realize that I lied to him. Judging by that wrinkle between his brows, he's trying to understand, but all his attempts are doomed to fail. Why? Dave is confused. In his beliefs, action always equal benefit. I'm throwing a wrench to that flawless, long-running mechanism. Let's just say I have certain fetishes. That's crazy. That's a crazy response. He liked that? Fucking freaky ass dude. Man. Don't lie. I mean, a white lie is no issue. But it is true. I do want to go home and play video games. But this fucking freaky ass dude, he's actually into that. That's crazy. I knew from the very beginning, pretty boy. Clearly have a few screws loose in your head if you get pleasure from this. Won't even bother asking what those fetishes are. Just want to sleep in my coffin without any nightmares. Alright, moving on. Screw this. I honestly don't care if you're going on your head. What's going on in your head? This is the most unconvincing lie I've ever heard in my life. He clears his throat. Thank you. What, am I hearing things? Thought I didn't know such words. Even afraid to breathe so I don't scare off this rare exotic display of politeness. He says that a word as if he's pronouncing for the first time in his life. Wouldn't be surprised if that was actually the case. Just a couple more seconds and he's at the back of the counter. The client is fed, clean, and healed. Yet he's still here. Not putting any money on the counter. The tip jar is still lacking. Look at him. He's supposed to be full of energy, but instead he looks lost. Dave is deep in his thought. In the dark, gloomy little place that occupies his mind. Can I do anything else for you, sir? This seemingly simple question stumps him. David frowns and looks past me for a while before responding. You can do something. Curious about one thing. Haven't talked to a regular human in a long time. I wonder by a regular human does he mean my extremely natural essence? I'm no vampire, werewolf, or thieving gnome. Does he mean my lack of criminal record or absence of drug or alcohol? Maybe he's looking for a perspective of an ordinary worker, working class person, a gray color. Does your face always look that funny when you're thinking about something? Didn't even get a chance to respond to his jab before he follows up. Oh, let's conduct an experiment. Suppose you're now a free vampire, able to go whenever you want and do whatever you want. Where would you go? David looks at me expectantly. What kind of weaknesses will I have? What kind of superpowers will I have? Who are you before the bite? Go and find everybody who wronged you? A lot of things depends on turning into a vampire. Okay, what kind of superpowers do vampires have? A whole lot. We're practically a superhero league. The fucked up face was hot though. I kind of like the fucked up face too. Not gonna lie. Pay us, David, goddammit. Where is my tips, David? Fucking, this is not for free. Sure, it never crossed your mind that in reality bloodsuckers can be way scarier than in sappy movies. Looks like you just watched Twilight. Interesting. Some of us not only drink human blood, but also capture people to experiment on them. They turn human bodies into real nightmares of flesh and bones. Dr. Moreau couldn't even imagine. And there are vampire sorcerers who can rip your soul out of your body and make you work for them for eternity. Okay. So his name is Bob. He's checking his bills. There he is. I wonder what his inner strength it took to Dave not to flinch. There are those who can make your head explode literally with just a glance. Just a little, drink a little, instead gorging ourselves like a pig at the through. But some don't care. They just drain all the blood and splash it everywhere. The forensics team is baffled by a person turned into a sprinkler before dying. Seems to enjoy talking about how cool vampires are. And which one of these do you have? Can vampire open beer cans with their minds? Oh, they sure can, but they can't drink the beer afterward. And I was just recently turned about 2 years ago. I tried to eat spaghetti. Not the smartest decision. What happened? I don't know what happened to your spaghetti. I want to know something else. Wait, can you not eat regular food? Why not? Why not? Why can you not eat? I'm not paid to ask questions. Back to the question. Let's wrap it up. I'm not paid to ask questions. Excellent. He leans a little closer when suddenly we hear a wolf howling. I didn't even have time to blink before David vanishes. Now he's a little bat hiding behind the corner. Listen up, don't say anything about me. Sit tight and behave, or you feel incredibly shitty. Trust me, if you rat me out to that mud, I'll find a way to get out and twist your head off. The threat in his voice is completely lacking, mostly because his voice now comes from a very small, although angry bat. Werewolf is about to come here. The creature steps inside. Good evening, sir. He's so polite. Like, oh, good evening. A low rumbling bass, surprisingly calm and friendly. I'm listening, sir. Apologies for the sudden intrusion, Edward. You can call me Eddie. We're chasing down a certain pest. You haven't seen a vampire here by chance, have you? You know, young, a bit scruffy, wearing a leather jacket. You see, here's the story. One of our packs nearly took out a vampire sir and his offspring a few hours ago. It was a tough battle. We suffered losses. He's so polite. I kind of like the wolf more than the vampire. The vampire is sexy, but the wolf is so polite, though. We tried to track them and found one of them. Oh, more like a pile of ash, one who once lay. Seems one of the bloodsucker off the other when he was weakened. Their family values are quite lacking. Seems patricide as a cure. David didn't tell me anything about it. Probably that's why he had all those questions about vampirism. He's trying to get advice on where to go next after killing his creator. In a completely idiotic way. You see, sir, vampires are parasites on the body of our society. They would drink blood like mosquitoes, but unlike mosquitoes, they kill their victims by draining them dry. Bring languish and boredom with their immortality, and thus destroy human destinies, play with them, torment them, and derive a semblance of pleasure from their suffering. They're devoid of true feelings. I look at David, devoid of any feelings, he's shaken all over. I'll be extremely grateful for any help. Do we help David? Do we feel like helping David? None of these are customers. Blackmail David. Slowly glance at the tip jar, then meet David's eyes. I don't know. I kind of want to help the werewolf more. Do we help the werewolf? Which one do we want to fuck more? Do we want the werewolf or do we want the vampire? Blackmail? That's kind of funny. Of course we are furry. We are furry, so. I grab his tiny bony body, a thin desperate squeaks echo. Oh, look at that. He was hiding, the rascal. I'm at a loss for words. Not the fucking Minecraft oof. Not the fucking Minecraft oof. Ooh. It takes David from me. Weakened from previous battles, he can no longer resist. I'm seemingly nowhere the werewolf produces a tip. Here's for your trouble and your civic mindedness. Sold a vampire for 30. I'm a business shark. The fucking Minecraft oof fucking fried me, dude. That is crazy. The werewolf politely nods and disappears into the night. The gas station sinks into absolute silence. Well, the wolf was polite, respectful, and down to business, as anybody should treat a service worker. The vampire was pushy. He fucking forced me to search for blood, and he wasn't happy with my service. And didn't leave a tip, most importantly. So, you know. He did not leave me a tip, which is very sad. That's why he gets turned into nothing. Survived another visitor. See, I'm starting to get used to this job. I'm gonna save and I'm gonna go back to see what happens. I'm curious. The fucking Minecraft oof is frying me. Ooh. Alright, let's see what happens. That took me 5 minutes ago, but now he's small, trembling, and helpless. He's my bastard. Force his mouth and say I haven't seen anything. Strange. If he shows up, give a whistle. He won't far away from here. Good night, sir. The squeak. It reminds me of my hubby. The wolf goes off to important wolf business. David crawls out of his hiding spot. Could have turned me in. I would have. I have it saved just in case. Hey, Jotaro. How you doing as well? He says into my eyes as if trying to peer into my soul and understand what I've made of. That would have been a sensible decision. Glad you're not one of those sensible ones. David says this with genuine relief in his voice. He's grateful to me, and now he doesn't know what to do with his gratitude. He clears his throat awkwardly. What would you do if you're a vampire? I'll leave a big tip. I'd just surf the internet, decay and rot. Nothing would change. I'll tell him the most terrifying honest truth. Immortality doesn't change your essence. Just gives you more time to be yourself. Which means a decaying lump of mold surrounded by Chinese instant noodle packs. You have eternity power beyond your mortal dreams and you spend it rotting behind a computer? Yes. I think it's very fun. Even a vampire thug judges my life choices. Fuck you! You can't judge my choices. The fuck? David shakes his head. There's pity in his eyes. Nah, fuck you, David. I'm going back to the werewolf. I'm going back to the werewolf. Fuck you, David. Wiping off the sticky residue, hoping it was just spilled soda from the counter, I suddenly hear a crunch of gravel outside. Hooves? Hey, yo! Hey, yo! See? See, this is why I chose the werewolf. This is definitely not another vampire. The stranger leans against the counter, trying to look casual, but his tail twitches betray his nervous tension. Hi. He clears his throat. Hey, pretty boy. My name is Victor. Aren't your parents pirate by any chance? No, sir. My parents are not pirates. Can also read in his eyes. I practiced this so many times that I'm still stumbling. He breathes in. I'm kind of loving the shy demon. Not gonna lie. He breathes in fits and starts to force a nervous, trembling smile. It's very surprising they aren't pirates because you're a real gem, sir. You illuminate this dirty gas station with your glow. I mean, you clean it very well. It's not a complaint to you. It's just forget it. You're a gem. Let's leave it at that. I like this dork. I love this dork. Oh, stare. Deadpan stare. Although, no, wait. That is true. As much as he's a dork and kind of cute, he is flirting with service workers. That is lame and cringe. Don't flirt with people in their jobs. They're obligated to be polite to you. So, at most, give them a compliment, but then just, come on. Come on, don't go flirt with service workers. They're obligated to be polite with you. Bob wouldn't like that. That is not cool. Stare at him. Victor stares back at me, sweating profusely, starting to decipher what I'm thinking. His thoughts are written all over his face. God, he hates me. Okay, fine. Let's be nice to him. Give him a light, hesitant smile. It's a bit awkward but forced, but undoubtedly encouraging. Victor awkwardly smiles back, wagging his tail a little. He's incredibly happy that it didn't start an exorcism ritual, didn't cause security, although this probably isn't none anyway. Well, worst of all, the security of this establishment is my responsibility. 4 out of 4, Jester, Vampire, Wolf, and now Shy Demon. Yes to all of them. I told you I would... Listen. Come on, guys. When have I ever bring you guys something that is not good? I only bring you guys the good shit. You guys... I mean, look at fucking... how many monster fucker games I've played on this stupid fucking channel. I bring you guys the good shit. I wouldn't bring you guys anything less than ideal. Fucking look at it. You know what I mean? If he wags his tail, he does wag his tail a little bit. I mean, just look at my channel and see how many streams are like monster lover related. Monster fucker. Technically monster fucker, although I didn't know about that. What else do we have? This is not monster fucker. This is not monster fucker. No. Let me see what else is there. There's a few more. What is it? This is technically because he can kind of turn into a zombie, but not really. There's more ones. This one is definitely. No, actually, no. This one is not. This one is. You can kind of sleep around with the ghost. Monster fucker. Literally just monster fuckers. Furry, you know. Is that one actually monster fucker? I don't remember now. I can't remember. What else is there that we have? Monster fuckers. You know, there's a few. There's a fair few. And his smile gradually fades and he looks away nervously. May I ask a question? Sure. His face is burning. Victor takes another deep, frantic breath. His stomach is growling so horribly. I hope this guy is okay. It's really that bad? I mean, my flirting technique is really that terrible? It could have been better. Awkwardness is a great style. I like her. It's probably one of the best compliments he's ever heard in his life. Probably the only one. You liked it? His voice mixes surprise, disbelief, and a shy glimmer of joy. Glad you like my awkwardness, because I have plenty of it. You probably noticed. Right off the bat, is it written on my face? Actually, initially chose the static to charm you, sir. Of course, everything went according to plan. He coughs shyly and mumbles something to himself. Then he shifts his gaze back to me. Actually, sir, I'm here to acquire... It doesn't finish, we have a visitor. Stands next to the counter and clicking his mandibles impatiently. 2 packs of Brapsy, and a pack of screaming cheese, and a bag of fairy fingers. By the way, your guest attendant is a real sweetheart. It's friendly to imagine what my invisible colleague looks like. He hasn't even bothered to say hello. Hurry up, I need to rush. I have a lot of work waiting for me today. Starting to pack the order at the same time, the incubus awkwardly tries to hit on the lady, though I thought he had something special. Apparently the failed Casanova decided to try his luck with a new victim. You see, I'm very busy and cool, ma'am. You must have a very special, wonderful job. She starts clicking her mandibles energetically, producing a buzzing sound that vaguely resembles laughter. Wonderful? Yes, wonderful. Wonderful those who don't like to eat, sleep, or see their children grow. Well, the best job in all 9 worlds, speaking of children. Victor barely recovers from her sarcasm when the lady immediately pulls out a wallet out of her bags and unfolds. Over and over again. Oh no, she has a lot of children. This is Gugu. He has his father's mandibles. Victor Victor gazes into the abyss. The abyss gazes back, revealing baby pictures. The seduction attempt has failed. Again. He's a boy failure. He's kind of giving boy failure. He's a bit of a slut too, but boy failure slut. Has played a date with Death? Yes, I have played a date with Death. This is Gugo. He's in his rebel face right now. He pierced his mandibles. Can you imagine? Such a racket with the heats. The image of a larva in a biker jacket makes me snort. Reminds me of David. This is Gigi and Jiva. You're so larvae, but already so talented. What talents can the larva have? They just lie there and eat. I do too, though. I don't have to think about that. You have very few beautiful children, ma'am. All 20 of them. Incredibly cute. That's just the first wallet. Hand the lady the whole order. I carried away. I really am in a hurry. Here's your money, darling. There you go. See? We're good at business. We're good at customer service. Victor watches her disappear into the night and turns to me with a grateful look. Couldn't handle 20 more kids. To be honest, I already broke down with the 8th. Oh. Thought I was looking at after the cat was on. They left in very little in tips. Probably all her money went to her children. Nah. Come on. Like, that's crazy. We're not going to be asking tips from a mother. Like, that's crazy. Like, come on. Like, she has 20 children. She has already enough on her back. She doesn't need to tip that high. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Suddenly, Victor remembered that he came here to buy something. However, my visitors rarely recall that. Need a book. Victor scans my stinking supernatural realm of discount rod and chocolate bars. That's a guide for, succubi and incubi. Can't remember what it's called, but I definitely heard something about it. Could I take a look? It's not enough for me. It's for my less experienced friend. Because I'm, employee of the month in my lair. Didn't specify what he did at the worst. He has the worst of the best employee of the month. Life forcing harvest for dummies, something like that. I hear him mumbling to himself. Is that like somebody like buying a book for like learning how to date? And being like, such a shame. I would have just stayed home and rewatched Evangelion for the 10th time. Okay, based. I think Evangelion is kind of like a wacky story, but I fucking love the animation. Heading to the storage room. Just a few hours before I was rushing around here for for a very hungry monster, now these vials and eyes and tentacles seem less ominous. A gigantic dead moth lies on top of one of the boxes. Perhaps just very tired. Rummaging through the book section, depth in the baboon metaphysics and limits of patience of your dead servants. I find a desired volume. Come back to the storage room, holding the forbidden, mind-bending treatsy? Title, everything you ever want to know about demons and everything you didn't want to know about them. Wow, this is better than those PDF guides for various sites for Never mind who. Clearly not the whole family. Let's study it. It'd be very unusual if you just pay me, tip me, and move along. I expect too much from my life. Oh, man. Come on. Just give me my tips and leave me. The guy looked like those pictures are enough to make him faint. The sooner this is over, the sooner I can send him over on his way. We find the cozy spot next to the counter. I pulled the grimoire closer. I opened the book and the pages, yellowed and brittle with age, release a cloud of dust and indecent, horrifying desires. Incubi, the nature of tempting rogue. Who's a desire? Tempting rogues? Oh, that's me. That's definitely me. Who's just like mine? You have no idea how awful they club, especially on the tiles. When you sneak at the fridge at night, the whole house wakes up with you. Everyone thinks there's a big clumsy cow and living in your apartment. I think you're an incubus. They're all purple. Wait, are they purple? Is that purple? Is that purple? Not really giving purple to me. Is that purple? It's kind of like a reddish purple. It's not the same tone as this one, though. I suppose. Oh, you're right. All incubi are purple. I thought my skin color was just some kind of coincidence. You know, when you create a character in a video game and just spin the color wheel until you stumble upon something weird, it gives me a curious look, if not entirely sure about the coolness of his purple hue. I know what you mean. When I was created, someone also spun the wheel. I was created in Spore. Is he a dork? Does he know what Spore is? He lets out a quiet, soft chuckle. Spore? Seriously? That was a self-deprecating joke, by the way. It's a really awesome creature maker. Love the mating dances in that game. He is a dork! He plays Spore! He is a dork! Oh my god, we have a dork incubus. Man, this game really has it all, doesn't it? This game really has it all, hasn't it? It's a dork incubus. That's crazy. Have a go and scan the book, so you might have gone yourself. Get back. Have a great day, Kinja, and everybody else. Thank you so much, Kate, for coming around and staying for most of the stream. This is a pretty long game, isn't it? 2 hours for a visual novel. It's pretty long, especially for a free one. And by the way, you can make beautiful creatures in Spore too, even with asymmetrical limbs. Seems that was a compliment to me. I'm very asymmetrical. Victor turns his attention to the back of the book and runs a claw finger down the lines. Although a refined bouquet of positive emotions is preferred to the ambrosia. Ambrosia, what a fancy word. A practitioner can also sustain themselves with more coarse, fickle energies of negativity. Despair, horror, humiliation provide a quick, albeit unpleasant rush of power. It's no wonder. Now, after an argument with somebody in the comments, I feel like I've eaten a few raisins. Judging by the expression on his face, he clearly isn't cut for horrors and humiliations. Limit's probably arguing on 4chan. Also a kind of source of horrors and humiliations, but still a bit different. I think we can, albeit less effectively, form a symbiotic connection by feeding off a single consenting mortal vessel. The mortal vessel in turn can absorb some of the power from the incubus, amongst other things their immortality. Wow, sounds like a decent deal. Suddenly almost have plenty of emotions. Mostly hatred for the fact that I have to earn money. You have to work. A whole mountain of raisins for Victor, or whatever he called it. What a relief, just one person. The thought of having to chase after a whole bunch of strangers makes me feel sick. We stay silent again? No, come on. That's crazy. No, come on. He's clearly being sweet. He's clearly being sweet. Like, come on. He just carries things after rent. He totally understands you. It's probably even harder to deal with clients like me. Communication is already a horror show in itself, and then you add literal horror with vampires and ghosts, just a nightmare. I would accept that in a heartbeat. You people! He looks at me with sympathy. He feels sorry for me. I don't even know how to react to that. Trying to understand what people want from you is quite the challenge. It's like trying to play a game with its rules changing every 5 seconds. Somebody has turned off your screen, so you're just paralyzed. Basically, I completely get you. Victor flips through the grimoire, reading the chapter titles. Technique for role seduction, juicy emotional juices. Using lascivious energies of thaumaturgical purposes. I don't even want to know. Just want not to stop without energy. Maybe pay my rent. Didn't even have to be the lusty cousin of Doctor Strange. His fingers finally jab at a random chapter title he encounters in the middle. Love letters. Seems completely irrevocably outdated, especially the part about carrier pigeon colors. Love letters? Who writes love letters anymore? I should apply to text messages now, right? This is a good start. Let's work on this before moving over to more complex seduction methods. He pulls out a pen from somewhere. A cheap ballpoint with a little anime cat charm at the end. Hand him a grease-stained napkin. Line everything in this rotten place. He's an income that sure he wouldn't mind being shared, lol. Have you ever played Sucker for Love? Yes, I have played Sucker for Love. Twice, in fact, the DLC as well. Sucker for Love, Date with Death. I played so many novels. The book says to convey aching adoration and a hint of forbidden desire. Oh no, he's gonna be like those Valorant e-couples, aren't they? Victor saw scribbling something on the napkin. Wow, I hate this. Bro fucking did a soy jack as a fucking love letter. I mean, he did mention talking about like arguing on 4chan. He is so terminally online. Oh, brother. Oh, brother, you're gonna die bitchless. Bro, you're gonna die bitchless. You're gonna die bitchless. You're lucky you're fucking cute, but you're gonna die fucking bitchless, dude. I'm telling you. What about Doki Doki? Doki Doki I played before I started streaming on YouTube. But yes, I have played it. Never heard of a soy jack. You probably seen it, you just don't know the name. It's those memes that people do. Memes, quote unquote, that people do. Here, you've probably seen it online. Here it is. Soy jack. This is a soy jack. This is a soy jack. You probably seen it. It's just the most unfunny memes you've ever seen. So yes, this is a soy jack. It conveys adoration perfectly. No, Victor, try again. He takes a less greasy napkin from me and starts drawing again. What about this? Now there you go. There you go. That's better. That's better. There you go. Okay. My bro is at least open for my bro is at least open for you know. There you go. The cat is cute. The cat is cute. That's definitely better. Thank Lord. I guess I shouldn't say that anymore. Let's have a sigh of relief. The key to success is adorable vulnerability. Got it. Less pathetic desperation, more cats. The difference is indeed subtle. Not everyone can catch it. That sounds about right. That sounds about right, to be fair. That sounds about right. Video continues to flip through the book, recognizing the desires of the vessel. Scan the first few lines of text. It's all about observing subtle hints, interpreting body language, and engaging in candid conversations to uncover the special natures of mortal carnal desires. Glance at me. What does vessel? What does the vessel? Huh? What? I should not have put that name. I shouldn't put that name. I shouldn't have put that name. What does the vessel? Huh? What? What? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not taking this. I shouldn't have put that name. The vessel wants stable mental health, fame. Nah. It's a simple couch. A simple human sofa and cuddles on it. That's a good one. And pizza, right? Desires genuine sympathy and understanding for every delicate string of my unfortunate lonely soul. Sounds like quite a simple desire. Think if the criteria for the second person on the couch aren't too strict, that could easily help. Though sometimes I comment too loudly on what's happening on the screen. Hope that's not too much of a problem. We'll continue to study this villainous seduction manual. The art of verbal seduction and slippery flattery. To his surprise, the victim finds no mention of the fact that that the pirate compliments work on living people. We examine the first paragraph where the words labeled as keys to the treasure chest of the heart, and flattery is described as a powerful aphrodisiac for the ego. I don't know if Big Titty Himbo would have been better for this, Lamau. He is kind of cute. That's definitely outdated. If I tell somebody his eyes are double gateways to the Champs-Élysées, I'll never get sprayed with pepper. And good lord, when I kiss you, I tremble like a paralyzed beggar. How's that even supposed to work? That's too much even for me. Victor cleared his throat. His gaze slides over to me, trying to latch onto something particularly attractive about my appearance. You have a very elegant ear shape. Thank you, Victor. That's alright. They really are. They have a very elegant curve. Yours on my head on an 11 out of 10. I'll ever be happy a day in my life. What happens if we say no? No, Victor. Do I? Wait, it said no you. Okay. Okay, whatever. That's fine. The instructions for when somebody compliments you back. Probably don't blush. It's something I didn't manage. He takes a deep breath, gathering his courage for another compliment. Actually, you seem so calm and collected. You remain polite no matter what, patient. That's an incredibly rare phenomenon, especially in places like this. You have to be incredibly strong to stay so cool under such pressure. This person was struck down by ordinary basic politeness. That says a lot about society. We live in a society. That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. You know, for the dork fucking soy jack was like, come on, man. But he's got a good heart. He's just clearly very terminally online. Which I didn't think I would ever see a terminally online succubus, but here we are. It's kind of cute though. He's gonna give him boy failure. Twink. He's gonna give him boy failure twink. You know what I mean? I would have never thought in a month I would struggle with discomfort but interacting with a mortal soul, not the other way around. Another chapter. How to be a mirror. Didn't know we could change it. It's metaphorical. Text described the principle of mirroring, subtly borrowing mannerisms, speech patterns, they even shared express opinions of the victim to create a sense of closeness and understanding. The path of least resistance to gaining mortal attachment. What about that stuff? Just be yourself and everything will work out. My mom lied to me, didn't she? With similar interests. What do ordinary people like? Football and the weather? Definitely not anime and Dark Souls. Discussing the brilliant soundtrack of Silent Hill with people is such a bad idea. Oh my god, he's such a dork. He's exactly my kind of dork, but oh my god, he's such a dork. Oh my god, he's just like us, chat. Oh my god, is it any of you? Is he in the chat right now? That's the kind of shit that we would talk about. Oh no. I have been summoned by anime. I love dorks. I mean, fucking dorks are cute, but oh man. I need him. Oh my god, chat is going crazy for the dorky succubus. Chat is going crazy for the dorky succubus. Oh boy. Alright, practice. The book says practice is the key to success. Victor lifts his gaze to me. Play along with me, please, just like we met. Beautiful mortal soul, I've appeared to you in half dreams so many times, but I finally decided to find you in reality. I won't let you go so easily again. Even though those words aren't the most elegant, there's something supernatural about them. Still begin to feel a pull. Shiver runs down my spine. Come on, you don't have to pretend to get close to someone to make friends. I'd love to talk about Silent Hill soundtracks. Victor's carefully seductive expression shatters into pieces. Exactly. Like that's what I tell people. Like you don't gotta change yourself to find love. What you gotta do is just like find somebody that's as dorky as you. You know what I mean? Like has the same kind of like an interests and you know enjoys the same things. That's just kind of how you do it. You don't have to change yourself to pretend to be a normie and then like, you know what I mean? You don't have to change yourself to pretend to be a normie and then like, you know? His eyes widen. He blinks several times. His gaze ignites with pure delight. You really want to talk about Akira Ayomaka's industrial soundscapes? How they create an all-encompassing sense of psychological horror that reflects the protagonist's inner turmoil. Because I mean, they use the trip-hop elements into Silent Hill 3 soundtrack. It's criminally underrated. Criminally. I mean, Yes, Moto, your interest in such esoteric melodies is quite intriguing. He chuckles softly. You're right, pretending is exhausting. You can never be truly close to somebody if you're always pretending. Hyped himself up to be sexy and then MC threw off his groove. Thank you so much, broski. I needed to hear that. I mean, people need to listen to me more. I really don't need that, do I? Just needs juicy, sweet emotions. Who am I kidding? I'm the most pathetic incubus in the world. And more than just that. Slivering the treat is a bit longer before letting out a sigh. His stomach growls again. It seems he could use an emotional snack. Suppose we covered all the important stuff. Suppose it's time to wrap things up. He begins to rise from the floor. Wait, how did that happen to you? Nobody explained anything to you. I even had a briefing. 1 minute. Tell you, but promise you won't laugh? I promise. Relief washes over his face. Yes, wonderful. I accidentally sold my soul in the dark net. What? Go on. Fuck, what an idiot I was. I dropped out of college back then. Oh, so he is a terminally online dork. Oh my god, so he is. I guess. So he is terminally online. He kind of was given terminally online. Dropped out of college back then because the constant stress, moved in a tiny dump and barely left my apartment. I was scraping by some of the freelance work. Talk about some various anonymous folks from 4chan. Oh no, he went into that website. But I stumbled upon a stupid ad. What did I have to lose? Definitely not a demon. 7566 in the chat offered me a chance to escape my loneliness. Later, after I turned into this creature, he told me he did it for laughs. Left no instructions, just wrote "get good" in the chat and then deleted all context. It was curious to see if I could handle it. His chance to escape loneliness turns out to be putting me into an incredibly deadly situation. He lifts his eyes to me. The memory is just a fresh wound for him. Before I can respond, he is a fucking darknet 4chan. But I already wasted enough of your time. He hops to the counter. Didn't understand much. Those chapters are so strange. He lets out a quiet chuckle. You know what? It was great. I haven't had this much fun in a while. I think I even ate properly. Finally, positive energy. I mean, thanks for the lunch. Not sure if I need to pay for that too, but I'll just leave money just in case. You know what? I kind of like him. He's a little bit of a dork, but he doesn't seem malicious. He just seems like, you know, dork turned incubus. Damn, I kind of like a nerdy incubus. That is something that I would do for my ASMR audios. That's actually something I've done with the Ace incubus, but I didn't go dorky. I went more like funny Ace, Aero Ace with the MC relationship. But that's something that I would do. So I kind of like it. I like the gap mower. Stay Victor, be our co-worker. No. He needs to pay the tips. Remember, we're trying to gain money, chat. Get your money up, not your funny up. Well, you know, if that was ever a situation where leaving a napkin with the number on it might be good, we should be the ones from the service worker being like, hey, if you want to slip in a little number, I don't see that's a big issue. Toss some money into the jar, then takes a deep breath and adds, maybe someday we could hang out together, not as a lesson, just play some silly games like friends. Sounds like a good time. We could make it a date. His tail starts wiggling wildly, knocking over 3 bags of chips, a can of soda, and a bag of Gloomy D. I'm in, of course, I'm ready. Sugars the rain, the flow of enthusiasm, and takes a frantic breath. Good luck with your shift. It was nice to meet you. Sounds like a good time. The gas station turned out silence, broken only by the hum of refrigerators and my own 2 loud thoughts. So a crazy god, a vampire thug, a shy incubus walk into a gas station. Sounds like the start of a really bad joke. My life is now a joke. Just great. Just wanted to pay my bills, didn't sign up for interdimensional quarrels and therapy sessions with the undead. But on the other hand, I wasn't eaten. I wasn't turned into a piece of furniture by the standards of this night. That's a resounding success. Cautious glance at the floor of Bob's office. There was a low, guttural humming, like a giant, disgruntled computer tower was working inside. The clock on the wall indicated that was the end of my shift. With a sigh of relief, I began closing up the place. Finally, I walked out of the front door, inserted the key into the lock, and was about to turn when suddenly, organism! Jumped in place, nearly dropping everything. Your performance exceeded all my algorithmic predictions by 47%. You're not just an organism. You're an efficient, flawless machine for generating currency. I'm feeling an emotion your kind describes as managerial pride. If you keep up the good work, the possibility of receiving a 25% bonus will not become just hypothetical, but quite real. Go, organism. Restore your energy, resources, and return for further exploitation. What a relief. He vanished and suddenly he had appeared, leaving nothing but ringing silence behind. I stood for a few seconds, processing what I had heard. Then slowly I turned the key into the lock. Click. First shift completed. I survived. Now I can do anything, which means... Call Victor. Return to the store. Romantic evening awaits you. Okay, save. I'm curious. Listen. We're gonna call Victor. That is the choice that we would do. But I need to know. I kind of really want to know. You know. I'm curious. Hey, let me just be careful with that one. In the middle of a room, buried under folders of invoices, stood a gigantic, ridiculous canopy bed, and surrounded by rose petals and reclined Bob. He wasn't just lying there, he was posing. One tentacle coyly supported by his spirit. Numerous eyes blinked slowly, focusing on me. Ah, organism. I wasn't expecting you so soon. His voice has always boomed in my head, but now it has sultry undertones. Since you're here. One tentacle slowly, seductively beckoned me forward. I propose we spend the evening at a romantic engagement. I'll study the void, Bibbo, and closure schemes. Took a step into the office and slowly closed the door behind me. Okay. Not exactly what I was looking for, but... Don't worry, I just wanted to see what happens. We're gonna call Victor. Victor promised to calm faster than the wind. True to his word, when his car pulls up into the parking lot, he nearly knocks over a trash bin. My bad. It's an old, well-maintained car, clearly inherited from his grandfather. Inside it's warm and smells nice. His apartment is exactly as I imagined. A bit cluttered but cozy. Now that is a real good ending. That is a 10 out of 10 ending. We got the best possible ending. We got my dorky ass incubus. We got a good ending with a dork playing video games and eating snacks and fucking good. Hell yeah, man. Hell fucking yeah. That's a banging 10 out of 10 masterpiece. I just needed to know. I needed to know about the Bob ending because I was kind of curious, but that's the ending that I've chosen. Boy failure at Victor. Victor, sitting next to me, laughs. You're bad at this, you say. It's just that I'm a nerd with a whole lot of free time. His fingers glide effortlessly over the buttons. Felt at ease. For the first time in a long time, no fear, no tension, just two people playing video games. What did I tell you? What did I fucking tell you? That is how you find it. That is how you find happiness. You find somebody that's as dorky as you, has a nice personality, and a good butt. Freezes for a second, then a blush appears on his violet cheeks. He coughs awkwardly but doesn't pull away. Instead, he gently leans his head towards mine. Oh, you made me so happy in just one evening. I'll do everything I can to make you happy. Close my eyes, listening to the quiet clicking of buttons. An incubus partner. My partner's an incubus. And he's better at Souls-like games than I am, for now. I'm awful at Souls-likes. Something very interesting is definitely happening with my life. Oh man, what a game. What a game. What a fucking game, man. 10 out of 10. What a fucking game. I mean, if you want to check it out, here it is. It's Don't Eat the Cashier. It's a free game for the Spooktober visual novel. For definitely, how do we can we vote for this? I want to vote for this. How do I vote for this game? I loved it. Is it... How do we vote? Is it chosen by the guys? Rate us here. There you go. Let's give it a rating. Add a collection. Sure. No, is that it? How do I rate it? Let me sign up the account so I can rate it. We definitely should give this game a rating. Let's absolutely give this game a rating at 10 out of 10. And also make sure that it wins the Spooktober. There you go. Let me log in with my email. Give me a moment, chat. Give me a moment, chat. There you go. There you go. Let's give it a rating. Overall story 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Visuals 10 out of 10. Music is okay. Music is okay. There's no voice acting, so I'm gonna leave it blank. Actually, let's give it a 5-star because, you know, save rating. Hey, let's go. Here it is. Played it on stream. I loved the character design. The story is so chaotic with a mix of corporate service worker vibes. I loved the boy failure incubus and would 10 out of 10 smash. There you go. There you go. 10 out of 10. Definitely everybody should, if you can, drop by itch.io and leave the game a rating. Here it is. There you go. Chat loved Victor as well. I'll add it to the rating as well. There you go. Radio. There you go. Chat also loved Victor. There you go. Left the review as well. There you go. What a cute little story. I loved it. Genuinely. The art is beautiful. The story is funny. It could have had voice acting, but you know, like, especially for short indie novels like this. I mean, 3 hours is 2.5 hours for a free game is actually pretty long. You know what I mean? Like, I think like Date with Death was like 4 or 5 hours, so, you know. Actually, sorry, 1 hour and a half. 1 hour and 30 minutes. Because we talked a little bit before the stream. Yeah? That's quicker than I thought. You guys are still here. Oh, yeah. Although we are kind of wrapping up right now. Anyway, that has been it for today. Thank you so much for everybody that came all the way until the end. If you haven't already checked out my YouTube channel, it's kindredspiritva. Go give it a follow there if you're watching this on Twitch. For the raiders and the people. I post all of my VODs. They stay on YouTube. They don't stay on Twitch. You can schedule. You can be notified of future streams as well. On the Shorts tab, there is comic dubs from my original webtoon series. I have a Patreon if you want to support me even more, as well as get some extra goodies. And every week I post weekly highlights from all the moments on the stream. If you haven't checked it out already, you definitely should. And if you did, I hope you'll leave a like. If you're watching this stream on YouTube after the fact or right now, leaving likes helps us show up more on the front page. I know that a lot of people forget while they're just watching the streams, but if you don't forget, do leave a like as well. Anyhow, thank you so much for coming around. Thank you so much for being with me, and I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. We're going to be playing another horror game. Take very good care of yourself. Have a wonderful day, night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.